We in this bitch.
Oh.
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 All right.
Haven't gotten shit, son.
Waiting for it. There it is.
Haven't gotten shit.
Somebody got it.
I
did.
Got 10 shit. There it is.
Cool. What? You're a dead fish. What? Gay fish? All right. That's good.
Gay fish, yo.
And on that note, I think we're good to go. So,
Kick that mule.
mule. I don't, what?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This week on Humpcast, Jeremy Northwood comes in to talk about the trials and tribulations of being a home brewer. We get a Drago heavy Creed 2 trailer we're not going to talk about. James Gunn's script is going to be used, or so we hear. And Bill Cosby goes to jail. But what do you dunk if not a donut? You're listening to Humpcast. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Humpcast, the show where a couple of buds gets buzz and, of course, drinks beer and drinks brews and talks news all day. Today we have a dark IPA. My name's Garrett Lee.
I'm Ryan D.
And today, we have a very special guest, Mr. Jeremy Northwood.
Hey.
What's up, dude? We have our other special guest, too, in the corner. But he's just gonna be over there chilling.
Did you
for a
fill
bit.
up the board with new sounds?
I did. I got new sounds, so I'm super excited to
Look
use
at
them.
you.
Use them at some point.
Look at you.
Let's see. Do I want? This one's. I made this one.
The French.
If you've been listening to last week or so, we definitely got our fill of Orson Welles.
Nice.
The French.
It just makes. I think it makes like a perfect drop. It's really fucking cool. Then we got some other stuff. I'll use them throughout the show, of course. And
It's a perfect drop.
just like every episode, we start off with an alcoholic beverage of some sort.
Yeah, and some cheese jabs.
And some and Ryan started it off with racial slurs right away, or at least what could be a racial slur. We'll find out.
It's we were just debating it right now.
Yeah,
I mean, is Jap?
It's only
racist?
half
so
racist.
right.
Because you saying
This is something that I only heard once, I think, but I guess Nip is like a Japanese person.
I guess
Yeah.
that's what we were just talking about.
So I pulled out. I was like, "You guys want some Cheez-Its or some cheese? No, it's not
Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its. It's cheese nips. It's like, you guys want some cheese nips?" It was like, "Oh, we're having fucking Japanese cheese crackers."
It made me mildly uncomfortable.
I'm not Japanese, but I'm always uncomfortable, Ryan. That's my secret, Captain. I'm always uncomfortable around Ryan. And let's see, I'm trying to look for some music to play on this for a little bit. Fuck it, we'll just get into it. So just like every episode,
Hey, you know
we
what
start
though?
off-
That's what I realized was we got kicked from Facebook. So we really can't. We have to talk over the music. No
yeah,
matter what.
we just can't.
Oh,
we
yeah, that
cannot.
makes sense, yeah.
We cannot. Oh, there's a beer song. Did you know that?
All right.
Nice.
Let's play that.
All
Epic
right.
Duffman beer song.
Ooh, actually, no, there is a different beer song. But I was gonna say we just
how
can't.
about bowling and beer? Put that one on.
Oh, yeah,
Alright,
there
I'll
you
come on
go.
it.
That's a good one. What is
What
this?
is the malted liquor? What gets you drunker quicker? What comes in bottles or in cans?
I love this one.
Get enough of it. How
This is the
many
first time
love
I've ever
it?
heard
Makes
this
me
one.
think I'm a man.
This is some E-Bombs World shit from back in the day.
Nice.
I swear to God, one of those first pictures, it looked like it was Elijah Wood reaching for a beer.
Probably was.
It probably was. I've had a beer with Elijah Wood, I think.
Okay.
That's I used to have that as what I would send out to everybody around Christmas time.
This song?
No, the that homeless Santa with the Santa hat over his junk.
Gotcha. I didn't know there's a whole fucking epic song going
Dude,
on.
put on
Yeah,
put
that's
on
a good
bowling
one.
and beer. That one's way better.
Who's that by?
It's like some Canadians. It's called bowling and beer.
Alright. Bowling and beer.
Those are
Boom.
those are quite the pictures there for that song.
This one?
Yeah. The
Wow.
Youpers.
The
That was a-
Youpers.
Yeah, there you go.
What the fuck? Are you sure this is not a
It's a polka song.
Mexican? Oh, that was Mexican music?
Oh, nice.
Yo!
because we can't drink our beer. We don't play hockey because we can't drink our beer.
Oh. All right, we'll put that in the background then. So we can actually get into this one real quick because I don't know about you, but I'm thirsty as fuck.
Yeah, I haven't had breakfast.
Neither
yet.
have I.
Same.
Yeah, but it looks like it'll be a liquid one.
What's that famous line from Ryan? He's like, "Yeah, I want to drink. I'm hungry."
Hey, it's 11:52, man. We gotta get a drink in before
noon. Yeah, what the fuck?
All right, so we're starting off with this very first one.
Get
This
me
is
nice
a
and drunk
brand-
before I go drive to work.
We at Humpcast do not condone drinking and driving. Just be aware that if Ryan's on the street, it's a little bit more dangerous. All right, Jeremy, you being our guest, and
No,
of course,
I honestly might lift to work from here.
Might be a smart idea.
I had a feeling that I was like,
I know.
Good
I know every time Jeremy's in, I'm like, I get fucked up. So I'm like, I was thinking of just bringing myself a little tasting glass, so I didn't have to drink so much.
None of us are gonna make you drink more than you want.
Yeah.
But what you want, as none of us are gonna try and say that it's not what you want. You're probably gonna want to drink all these beers. So let's start off with the first one. This is the newest one, I believe you made, correct?
Yep. That is the new naughty for this year. It is a black, hazy, juicy IPA. Basically,
You just said a lot of shit right now.
it's East Coast meets West Coast.
Uh-huh.
I pretty much just left the West Coast sensibilities, so it's as bitter as a West Coast double black IPA.
Oh.
But because I used the yeast that I did, it softened up the bitterness quite a bit.
Okay.
So that way you get like the best of both worlds, East and West Coast. So maybe you could call it Midwest because it's somewhere in the middle. And it's a black IPA. It also I brewed it with grapefruit and Italian espresso. So it's breakfast. It's breakfast in a
I
bottle.
was like, I don't.
So much shit in this.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, you just said a lot of words right now that you don't usually hear.
All right, pour me one. I'm
together.
hungry.
Yeah, let's do this. Here, bottle it right here.
Oh,
Ready?
You got it.
Here we go. And I'll let you do the honors as I introduce
All
you.
right, guys.
So for those of you that are new to the show, Jeremy Northwood is one of our friends who is a home brewer. And he's been doing this for how many years, Jeremy?
12 years.
12 years a slave of beer, of course. And
It smells pungent.
that's usually... let's try this.
It's like,
Oh, wow.
There's so much like aroma coming. Like you crack the bottle, I could smell it from over here.
Oh wow, that's great.
That's your breakfast right there. It looks like some dark brown tar. Like that's some dark
Oh, yeah.
shit. I'm holding it up to the light and I can't see through it.
No, not at all. Not even a little.
All right, well then let's give this a try. Cheers, gentlemen.
Smells really good.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love this music already.
It's based off of what you picked. This is okay. What am I doing right now? What is this?
You said it's what? You said it's a black IPA.
It's a black IPA that I added grapefruit and Italian espresso to, but I fermented it with East Coast ale yeast that they would use to make like hazy, juicy IPAs.
Man, so this is like this is an experiment here.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
But
This is making my fucking mouth go boggles. Like
it's
It's
I don't
like
even-
fruity pebbles. Like you mixed a bowl of fruity and cocoa pebbles while you're drinking a glass of juice.
it's weird because you
And
can
it's-
smell. You said you put grapefruit in it. You can smell the grapefruit.
Yep. Not a lot, just because you want the hint of it.
Yeah.
So that way it kind of goes with, and at the same time cuts through the espresso.
That's
and
what
I
that-
didn't,
okay.
And I didn't add a lot of espresso because otherwise it would have added too much intensity because of the dark malts,
Yeah.
which give you that chocolate flavor and that kind of burnt roasty flavor.
Right.
In there.
I am so confused. I know my
It's weird
mouth
because it tastes like it's it's got the texture of a stout, but it tastes nothing like a stout would taste.
Yeah.
It tastes like a hazy IPA, but there's roastiness in there with the coffee.
Yeah, it's
But what a lot of people, not everyone knows, is like those two things do go together. Like
yeah.
one of the traditional accompaniments to an espresso.
I think you've outdone
is-
yourself here.
Is
Thank you.
like a pith of some sort of citrus.
Yes.
So yeah, dude, this
I'm
is
really impressed by this.
this is probably one of the most complex
you.
things you've ever given
Thank
us,
you.
and it's also definitely one of the most complex beers I've ever had.
Yeah, really.
Wow. Thank you.
So
This-
by the way, I didn't state this. I like it. I'm so my mouth's confused because it's like so much difference.
Yeah. There's
But-
just so much going on in it. You're
Yeah.
like,
you know what you can't taste in it though? The booze.
well, yeah.
What
It
what percentage is this?
That's right. Oh shit. I could
40%.
Now that you mentioned it, I kind of feel a little burned too.
10.8.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's what
10.8
I was gonna say.
ABV.
It's got to be at least 9.
Yep.
This might be my new favorite winter beer then.
Holy shit, dude. That's
This is,
I mean, yeah,
this
this
is the Christmas beer
this
for
is
2018.
great for the season. Holy
You
shit.
guys
Absolutely.
get to try it early. So
'Cause-
by the time
yeah.
by the time I'm actually
that
like
burn right there.
Yeah. see?
releasing it as far as sampling it out or having people come over and try it, that kind of thing. That'll be a few months from now, so it'll have a total of 3, maybe 4 months or so of aging. So it'll have more complex flavors by Christmas time.
Ooh, more.
So-
Wow, you're gonna add more to this by Christmas.
No,
time.
just
It's
letting
gonna
it
de- gonna
sit.
develop.
Oh, letting it sit.
The flavors will develop. Some of the
Gotcha.
hops will you won't smell the hops as much, but you will get all of the pungent, and then you'll get more like complex maltiness and that sort of thing. And then the yeast will help change the flavor of it a little bit here and there as well. So
This will get grandma dancing around the holidays.
Hell yeah. And you mentioned 10 point what?
10.8% alcohol by volume.
Because it does have a little of that almost like once you get past 10, I believe everything starts to get a sort of barley wine flavor. I don't know what to call. What do you call that flavor? That like barley wines, they all have to share it with higher alcohol beers.
Well, you're tasting the alcohol itself, but it's more the malt complexity that you end up tasting along with the hops, because the sweeter a beer is, the more hops you want in it, so that way you get a bit more of a balance. Otherwise you get something that might be a little bit more English, which is sweeter, or something that's a little bit more American barley wine style, say like Old Guardian by Stone Brewing. That's a little bit more on the bitter side.
I don't think
even
I've
though-
had that one.
It's good.
Pretty sure.
A
I've
couple
had-
of
I've
years
had
it
so
was
much
okay, but for the most
from
part, it's
Stone.
really good. That's
Nice.
one of my favorite. That and Bigfoot Barley Wine by Sierra Nevada Brewing Company.
Yeah, I've had
Two of
that
my
one, yeah.
absolute favorites.
Oh, nice. Oh, it's also David. Shout out David. What up? He likes the new setup. Yeah, I mean, we were cool with the couch. It was super comfy, but we looked like fat hard.
Yeah, this is how it was before we ended up switching to the couch.
Yeah, it was just a bitch to set up because right now we are at my dining room table, and so
Much more comfortable.
it was
here.
much more
Yeah.
comfortable here, but and much more like it's better. It is a better spot, but it was a hassle because being my dining room table, I had
Gotta
to
move everything
I had
every
to
time.
move everything every time. Whereas like I got lazy and I like being able to have everything in the corner
Yeah.
by the couches.
Yeah, but once you get into the rhythm of things, like for what I do with Hit the Mics, I have to,
Yeah.
dude, I have to move everything.
Yeah.
Like, I have to, like, my place is so small, so like I have to like literally rearrange my whole fucking room when I do the live stream. So
Makes
it's
sense.
like
And you do that show how many times?
I'm trying to do it weekly again, but I was like, I ended up going like bi-weekly, and then it was like once a month for a second. So like now we're trying to get back on weekly, but
Okay,
Consistency, man.
but like
Abso-fucking-lutely.
you know, but what I'm saying is like after but I have to, since I share my place with my fiance, it's like every time I do it, I have to move everything back exactly the way it was. So it's like, so,
Babe, why is this like this?
so I can't fucking. That she does not sound like that.
Why is it like this?
So I can't leave anything, laying around or whatever. So I don't know. But the same thing. Even if I moved it to the kitchen, it was, I had to that's our kitchen table. That's where we eat. So I'd have to move everything back and forth. So all my shit has to be put away every time I'm done.
You
So-
can't just leave it all
No,
over.
I can't just leave it out. Otherwise, I mean, if I had a designated area that doesn't get used, like that, I could just put all my shit in. Then yeah, but you get used to it.
My poor roommates, geez, they're so good. They put up with me because whenever I brew, everything's all over the place. Basically, it takes
Right.
over the house until the beers are done.
Right.
I mean, I mean, you guys saw the pictures that I
Right,
was
right,
posting.
right.
Fucking beer bottles everywhere. Fucking Jesus Christ! I had 60 gallons of beer just up on the fucking counters and shit like that in the kitchen for months and stuff like that.
But
It's
that's different. I mean, well, I feel like it's like you. This is something that you're working on. You need that space all the time. This is us just being lazy and not wanting to put away our electronics
stuff. Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
like I'm actually working on cleaning up that garage, and that way I can, one, park my car, and two, utilize it as a studio for not only the podcast but actually filming and photo shooting and recording voiceover too, which I'm starting to get more into. I mean, I have my own fucking setup. It's kind of difficult because it's a really noisy spot, but thank you, sir. Yeah, no, that definitely if I can set that up a lot more studio-ish, then I'll be quite happy. But no, I mean, so far I really like this setup for sure. Like the aesthetic of it on the camera, great. The ease of just having our mic stands, which we fucking bought and we just haven't used in so long, is great. I'm sure our listeners
now they're not a waste of money.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure our listeners appreciate us not constantly touching our mics and making that fucking sound like this all the time because we're like trying to do shit like that. Or when I talk into my beer, that doesn't happen because my mic's constantly in front of my mouth.
I can't pitch woo while I'm drinking beer, but
Yeah, pitch woo. What is that?
Simpsons. Homer was drinking a beer at the same time he was telling Marge that the light in her eyes could guide a ship at sea. But he was like choking on his words and shit like that.
Got it. I got you. Okay.
It was an episode that had a documentary thing going on in it. So some English guy was doing interviewing everybody from the time they were little kids into adulthood, and
I don't remember what episode that is. I've seen. I watched.
Yeah, I figured if anyone you would know.
I watched The Simpsons like
Homer at the end of it. Homer ends up pretending he's a millionaire and shit like that, just to impress some British.
I really don't
guy.
like that Ryan made me play that original song
Yeah,
that
get
led into fucking country and
get
like
this fucking.
Oh,
this is
no.
what you've done. You made it so that this is the stuff that's
What the
on
fuck?
autoplay.
Ugh, God.
I'm
Turn
sorry.
it off.
I have,
Wow.
I have nothing against anyone that likes country, but what is this?
Well, it looks like a GMC commercial because they were showing a bullet in a GMC truck. Sierra.
What?
Did
What
you
is
say
going
my
on?
buck, my book, or my truck?
Shot my buck.
Shoot my buck all over your face.
Oh wow. Okay, he's talking about shooting a real like a buck
Yeah.
Okay.
with the horns and everything.
That's cool. It's just not my vibe. Okay.
No.
Cool. I'm gonna do this in honor of the brewer of the crypt. Oh, I thought it was gonna be the
thank you.
intro.
Awesome.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right, now let's keep going. All right, so the Simpsons episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What Simpsons episode? What was it?
Okay. There's a some British guy who starts doing this like documentary thing with everybody like Lenny and Carl when they were kids, when Homer was a kid, when Marge was a kid and shit like that, and then time jumps and he's checking in with them like every 10 years or something like that, and then
I don't remember this one.
at some point like he's following specifically like while he's following Homer and
I'm gonna play Blackened in honor of this Blackened IPA.
nice. Very nice.
There you go.
Anyway, and he keeps showing that he doesn't really believe that Homer's going to actually get his shit together. And then all of a sudden, 10 years later, after the last time he saw Homer and Marge, he was like, how did it happen? Blah, blah, blah. Because there's a pullout and it shows like he's got a huge house and shit like that. It turns out that he was just pretending Mr. Burns' house was his to impress this documentary guy because he felt like he was a loser. His whole life.
Right. Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah.
Well, during one of the 10-year intervals that he was interviewing, Homer was Marge was bragging about how Homer could pitch woo and drink a beer at the same time, and he's drinking a bottle of Duff, and while he's saying, "Your eye, the light from Shibacy."
Right.
Right. Fucking funny.
Nice. Okay.
That was a long
actually
explanation.
No, but I do remember that episode.
It was a good one. It was not too bad.
No, absolutely. All right, cool. So we do have you here. I know a lot of people don't know who you are too. So do you want to give yourself an intro? I mean, we already said that you're a home brewer for about 12 years. You said, right?
Yep.
Cool. What kind of got you like started into that you wanted to be a home brewer specifically?
Let's see. My brother, my twin brother, and I, we were talking about it since the time we were 13, on and off, like, you know, home brewing, or not specifically home brewing, but making beer, or
Make the beers.
You know, just curiosity and what it took to do it, but we never did. Flash forward to 30 years old after talking about it, and my brother decided to shut me up, and he bought me a Mr. Beer kit. I ended up buying him a Mr. Beer kit just so that way we were both brewing at the same time.
Yeah.
We tried that out. It was good. It was what it was, but it wasn't really like what we wanted to do more. We wanted to make it bigger and better and this and that. And then he ended up getting a 5-gallon homebrew setup. And then months later, I ended up getting a 5-gallon homebrew setup. And 12 years later, I am where I am now. It pretty much started with Mr. Beer Kit, and then after that, the Jalapeno Honey IPA, which you guys will be drinking later, the one that I always bring on, was the beer that pretty much started
That's
it
your
all.
flagship.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the one that started all of it. I brewed like 2 other beers after that at the same time, but that's the one that I've been consistently brewing for 12 years.
Nice. And do you have I don't think I've ever asked you this specific question.
Okay.
Do you have like, you know how like one of my favorite things about beers, especially craft beers, is they have these really cool names, like Hoptometrist or Tricera hops. Or,
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
something that beer,
Nice play on words
yeah,
and
puns.
stuff,
I love
yeah.
punny shit.
Dawn of the Red.
Dawn of the Red, yeah, stuff like
yeah.
that. Slay Her is a Christmas ale.
Oh, yeah. That's actually a good one, too.
Do you?
Ninkasi has the awesome names and good beers.
Yeah,
some really good
most
ones.
definitely.
Do you have like cool names for all your beers?
For a few of them, yeah. Let's see. This one, I don't really have a name for it yet, just because it is a lot of different things. Let's see. The Michelada, I was kind of playing around with the idea of calling it the spicy blooded tomato, but doing it in Spanish. So tomate el picante sangua, or some shit like that. I don't remember exactly how you structure it correctly to say it.
Wrong crowd to figure it out.
Yeah.
We're the wrong the
yes.
last 2 people to figure
Oh,
to say it for
let's see. Last year or the year before, I came up with a really quick, off the top of my head. It was a rye caraway brown ale, but since I came up with the idea on the 4th of July, and whenever I think rye and caraway, I always think Jewish rye loaf, because I love it. Russian rye is good, but Jewish rye is the best.
Yeah,
And so I called,
as everyone knows.
Yeah. So I named it my my 4th of July Jew Rye Brown.
4th of July.
Yeah, 4th of July. So, like, you know, just I
racist.
play around
I
with
was
like, that's
stupid
not
shit
racist.
like
It's racist.
that,
You can't
so.
say that.
I really want to know that if you actually started to sell this, and like if someone would get pissed off about it.
Someone would.
They might. So
No, someone would.
that's why I would
Guaranteed.
probably just add the ish at the end, so Jewish rye and stuff. But I mean, it doesn't sound the same if you say 4th of Jewish rye. Not 4th of Jew rye. So of course somebody's gonna get pissed off, but oh well.
I say stick to your guns and just go Jew rye, because it's not
That's pretty
even
much
like
what
bad.
I-
It's not. Is Jew even like a? It's just a short name. It's not even like a slur.
Exactly.
Well, the argument is that, you know, with time it became like almost like a verb. Like, oh, he Jewed me out of.
That's what it
Something, yeah.
became.
that
I
seems
guess.
like where it would be context would be the most.
That's where it became
important,
controversial.
so,
Is that became like a negative thing of like, you know.
You know what you do to get around that? You get a rabbi to bless it. You make it kosher,
Dude, yeah.
Well-
and then it actually has like permission. You have permission essentially.
There you go.
Well, there is nothing.
And then it becomes kosher, and people like it more because it has another merit that you have. Like this beer is also kosher.
Hey, all they have to do is bless it, because it's got. There's nothing in it that couldn't be considered kosher.
Exactly.
so-
That's what I'm saying. That's all you need. I'm helping you out right now. So, and when it comes to that point, just do that, and you're good.
Yeah, I've got other names for other beers and stuff. But I mean, honestly, off the top of my head, I couldn't think of any right this second, except like I said,
Well, we have our friend in common, Stephen Alsey, from the late Delta Rose.
Oh, what's up, Steven?
I actually named a mojito after their song "Hot Hand Honey."
Oh,
It was the jalapeno
did.
honey. So I was gonna say, I was like, you could talk to them or him and be like, hey, is it cool if I call my jalapeno honey IPA the Hot Hand Honey IPA? Because that's not a bad name.
Well, the original,
And it has a theme song already.
Oh, there you go. That's true. I had originally just been calling it my Southern California jalapeno honey IPA. And
just
then
like go
California is spelled California I with a little p and then a, because it's not supposed to be California A or California IPA or something like
Unless
that.
you're-
It's just supposed to be it's California IPA because
Right.
it's a Southern California style beer. I just
Yeah.
throw jalapenos in it.
That's
and
a good
stuff.
one.
But
That's nice.
unfortunately, I think
Someone's already
it's-
doing it.
Yeah, I think it's Anderson Valley or no, it's not Anderson Valley. It's I can't remember. Anyway, they have one called California IPA.
Oh,
So I don't know if it's like way too close or whatever.
call it something like Sweet
Now,
Fire.
technically, mine. I think mine was drawn and actually published. I got a editor's pick in a label contest for BYO magazine.
Uh-huh.
5-6 years ago, something like that. So so I don't know exactly how that would affect my being able to use it and that kind of thing. But if it came down to, having to go to court over something like that, there's other ways to stay out of court and not have to, do that way. So plus I'm only a home brewer right now.
Plus you're not
anyway.
selling it yet.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like this is labels for promotion. It's just labels because I like to draw, and that's my other side thing is I've been drawing my whole life.
Is there any
too,
news?
so.
Any news with that? Has any like local breweries maybe like hit you up or anything like that?
any
for-
collaborations or anything?
No, nobody yet. I mean, I've got a few that follow me on Instagram, but I mean that's just following me on Instagram,
Yeah.
seeing what I'm doing. But nobody's hit me up like anything like that for like collaboration.
Do you st- I mean, we
anything like
talked
that,
about
so.
it briefly before, and it sounded like you really didn't have much interest unless like it was the right brewing company that would take you under their wing or whatever.
Oh no, I have interest in general. I'm not waiting out or anything like that. If somebody wanted to work with me, yeah, I would definitely jump at the chance.
Okay, so here's my question, because I know you.
Why wouldn't you, right?
Right.
Yeah, you eventually said you wanted to bring or start your own brewery at some
Yes,
point, right?
eventually, at some point.
Eventually. What kind of steps have you been taking to like go that direction though?
Well, to be honest, just getting my recipes squared away so that way they're scaled up to what I'm brewing, keeping my consistency. I've been doing some work as far as putting together a more automated brew system. One, because I can't be lifting the shit all by myself and
Right.
doing all that work by myself without at least some help. So automate some of it, or
Do you even lift, bro?
yeah. Holy crap. I don't have to go to a gym. Everything I fucking do is a gym. But basically just getting my, I'm working on the garage, getting that set up so that way I can actually build like a brew setup instead of having to get out a bunch of pots and fucking lug water from inside the house to outside the house and shit like that, add pumps, that kind of thing. So that way it's a little bit easier. I can brew more often that way, instead of having to plan like 1 or 2 big brew days a year.
Yeah.
And then that way I can actually start entering some contests, homebrew contests, that kind of thing. So that way people will actually be able to like judge my stuff instead of being able to say, "Oh, I like it," or
With those
that kind of thing.
Is there any sort of like big grand prize with those homebrew contests? Like,
It depends on how big you get. Like some of them, they're all amateur, but some of them eventually, if you keep going and you have a prize-winning beer, then you can enter those beers into like Pro-Am and shit like that. Because there's like Pro-Am for like the Great American Beer Festival that just passed, I think, this last week. And then there's like regional
one
stuff
in LA, wasn't
and
it?
local thing. The last thing I remember LA doing was LA Beer Week.
that's
not
that's
the
something.
Great American Beer Fest.
Yeah.
Or Beer Fest. Anyway, well, whatever. Anyway, it's that big thing they always have in Colorado and shit like that. Besides that, just trying to keep up a steady social media presence. Let people know if they're interested, that they can get a hold of me and talk to me, that kind of thing. Ask questions if they're interested in anything like that. And then, there was one other thing too. Anyway, basically just trying to do that so that way I can actually build some kind of a reputation. Oh, and then that way I can start brewing more often. So instead of having like 1 or 2 bottle shares that I might go to here and there, I can actually start being a little bit more frequent at bottle shares. Like Pacific Plate Brewing Company, they have bottle share nights at their brew supply shop.
Oh, they do? I know
They don't. Well, I don't know if they're still doing it, but they told me about it a
don't
long
know.
time ago.
I've been working with Pack Plate recently. You know, Vicky works there,
Yeah,
now, right?
yeah.
so-
Actually, I've been paying attention and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh
that
yeah,
kind of thing.
dude. Like, I really we should all go. I really want to go back and have that sherbet one. What was it? What was
I
it?
haven't tried that
Sherbet
one.
one's fucking good, man.
It was
the
amazing.
hazy IPA one. that they
what
do,
is it
or
exactly?
No,
I
it's
don't remember.
it's a rainbow sherbet double IPA.
And it's
okay.
fucking the like when I think about when someone says rainbow sherbet
No,
IPA,
but the
I'm like,
anniversary-
it just sounds like a bunch of like sticky shit. Like I one thing that one whole brewery that I'm actually very disappointed by is Brew Rebellion. Brew
Okay.
Rebellion consistently has
Which one's that?
It's the one that has wax dipped and like they had the cartoon Saturday morning cartoon one.
Where are they at though? Where are they located?
Oh,
Brew Rebellion.
shit.
I don't know about that one.
Aren't they? They're
I
local.
think they're Southern California. Yeah.
But they have these like really outlandish sort of things that pique my attention. Like I'm like, oh, they have
'cause
some weird shit
they
going
have
on.
a good label maker.
Yeah, but then I try it. I'm like, this is okay. It's disappointing.
There's
Like,
only been 2 that I was like, oh my god, it delivered everything that it said it was, and it was the King Banana. It was an imperial stout that has peanut butter and banana in it, and it was amazing. It
Really?
tasted
From
like,
where?
Brew
Brew
Rebellion.
Rebellion.
And it
okay,
was-
I will try that because
it was amazing.
sounds good,
It
and
tasted
you're-
like
you're-
peanut butter.
yeah.
It tasted like banana
Yeah.
and chocolate. And then they do. They have a stout called John Paul Jones, but this was their John Paul Jones with chocolate and strawberry. And when you hear strawberry in a beer, you kind of think, oh, you're not going to get much strawberry flavor, or it's going to be that weird fake strawberry flavor. No.
Yeah.
Oh, man, no. It tasted like a shit ton of fresh strawberries because there was that like fresh strawberry tartness,
Yeah.
and then it had a really sugary strawberry sweetness to it, and then chocolate coming right, like dark chocolate coming right through. It was awesome. The only thing with those is you have to find like fresher bottles because the longer they sit, the
Yeah.
less peanut butter you're going to get, the less strawberry you're going to get, etc. So
interesting.
Yeah, I don't know how they did the sherbet thing, but it's fucking delicious.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
It's,
Is this one? I heard it. I was like, I don't know.
and it's kind of
Well,
weird.
on the fence,
you
it
know,
was
of course, and
delicious.
that's why there was a guy from there's a guy from Smog City that was there hanging out, and he's like, yeah, a lot of people talk shit about stuff like this. He's like, but this is fucking great.
Yep.
fuck, I gotta try it.
No,
then,
yeah, that's
'cause
the
I've
thing.
never tried it, but I've been seeing like all their posts and shit, and
Yeah.
I keep seeing this fucking rainbow thing, and I'm like,
It's good, man. And
That's
then
making me real
and then
curious.
now they serve it with an ice cream too. So you have an ice cream and a beer, and you can dunk
yeah.
it in the
Shit.
beer and
It's
eat
a
the
beer
ice cream.
float.
It's fucking bomb. And
fuck.
and their triple anniversary hazy is what that's the big hit right now.
Oh,
too.
oh,
So
okay.
their
That's that new one.
the
that-
anniversary
okay.
beer that they just released is it's a triple hazy IPA, and it's so goddamn good, and it's like 10.8 or something like that. And
Oh fuck, that sounds right up my
fucks
alley,
you up,
then.
man. Yeah.
I've actually, I see. Usually, whenever trends hit, like black IPAs, I was a year and a half behind before I made my first black IPA, and then
Yeah.
hazies. They've been around for like a year and a half, 2 years, and this is my first attempt at a hazy. I've
Would you-
actually
you
recently
can't really tell because it's black.
hazy.
Yeah, the only
Does
the
it
only
add
way that-
any flavor or anything to it or no?
Oh yeah, most
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
There's if you actually look at it like up close, like right next to the glass, not trying to see through it, then you can actually see yeast floating around. You can actually see that it's instead of being like a nice, we'll say clear black, like deep black.
Yeah.
it's more of a muddy brown
Like a
black.
like a Guinness would be like.
Yeah,
That's why I
Exactly.
held it up to the light. I'm like, I can't even see through it. I'm holding it
Plus,
straight up to the light.
There's a lot of like little bits of hops and stuff like
Sediment.
that are
Sediment in there?
Yeah, exactly.
those are
'Cause
nutrients.
It's unfiltered as well.
Yeah.
I didn't add any clarifiers into it just so that way it'll hold on to the yeast. It
Yeah.
won't knock the yeast out.
I enjoy that more. I
So
feel
do
like
I.
that it just holds in the flavor a lot more.
Yeah. And that's actually a lot of people think that you just throw a shit ton of hops into a hazy, unfiltered IPA, and that's where you get all that juiciness. But that's not true. The juiciness actually comes from the yeast.
Right.
That yeast in suspension will give you a crap ton of flavor.
Nice, and that's what I love it. Those are my favorite IPAs. Are juicy, hazy IPAs.
Well, the next hazy IPA I'm making is going to be a jalapeno honey hazy.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm into it. I'm into it.
I'm gonna
already in.
I'm gonna change up the hops some. It's anyway. I got a few little tricks I'm gonna try with that one. So.
Perfect. All right. Speaking of, we're not going to go straight into the jalapeno IPA, but we're definitely going to at least have
I want you hosters to get me a fresh case of beer first thing in the morning.
some fresh beers that we're moving on right now.
Where the fuck is that from?
That's,
Oh, I love that one.
That didn't give you a hint?
I want you hosters to get me a fresh case of beer first thing in the morning.
Hosers?
Well, obviously it's from Canada, but
Oh, Strange Brew.
it's from Strange
I
Brew.
want you hosters to get me a fresh case of beer
That's
first thing
right.
in the morning.
That's right. That's the dad, huh?
Yeah.
the first time I ever saw that.
The French.
The first time I ever saw that movie, it put me to sleep, and then the second time I saw it, I couldn't stop laughing.
Dude, the movie's so funny. It's
man.
it's based on those. It's like a Cheech and it's the Canadian Cheech and Chong.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much.
Except that instead of weed, it's beer.
It's beer, yeah.
And that sounds awesome. Now, next one we're going to is inspired by some south of the border shit, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's get this queued up then. What? Okay.
They always have a rooster in the background,
They do. Chicken fights.
and I can't do
Yeah. No.
very well. So
All right, so the next one we're going to be breaking down is your michelada ale, correct?
Michelada.
For those of you that love micheladas but hate the hassle of having to make your own with some shitty beer, we have one great beer. And I only say this because I've had a version of this, and that was really good.
Yes.
So I'm hoping that this lives up to that at least.
It should be damn close.
All right, you tell us about it. I should actually probably rinse these out just because we're going from
Yeah,
from
good
the-
idea.
yeah. So keep on tell us about it.
Because we're going to blackness.
Yeah,
All right.
tell us about it. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, okay. The michelada. Basically, I got the idea because I mean, everybody's had a michelada. They've seen a michelada. They've been mixed. Some of the big brands have mixed it with clamato and lime and this and that and lots of tomato and all that shit. Well, I've been drinking them for a while, and I've found that they either don't have a lot of flavor, real light, and then the flavor isn't really. There's nothing really substantial to that flavor. You
Well,
can't
the-
really pick anything out of
The
it.
origin of the michelada, which we should talk about, is just like a shitty lager
Yeah, it was a styrofoam cup with some.
with either
Flavor
a,
packet.
and then well actually no, it's the one with the clamato. I mean, like that's the first that I had. The flavor packet thing is like a new thing.
With the lizard on it and shit
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
a new thing.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen micheladas since I was a kid.
Okay.
That they would, because my grandparents were super into like Bloody Marys, but
Yeah, I
they
love
were
Bloody
beer
Marys.
drinkers, so they would just mix. It's basically a Bloody Mary, but with beer.
Okay.
And then you have all the same ingredients: the clamato, Worcestershire sauce, and
Rochester sauce.
Worcestershire sauce, whatever the fuck it is.
Worcestershire.
Sauce, and the some steak sauce, and Yeah, you mix it up and
Steak sauce. I never heard of the steak sauce thing.
So I didn't need to bring tahini? We don't need to bring
No,
that in there?
no.
maybe around the rim.
Actually, yeah, that might be good too.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's try it without it
But
first.
anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. But
No,
I'm just saying because that's why everybody's trying to emulate that kind of style of
Oh,
beer.
okay. Because the first time the only way that I ever
Which is
originally knew a Michelada was that styrofoam cup with the flavor packet.
Yeah,
It
no,
was
no.
real shitty.
No,
You can
you-
find it at
it was
any
a-
store.
It was the guy made is like a fucking millionaire
Right.
off of that idea. But
From-
okay, because I hate that shit. Like,
Yeah,
I don't want to
the
drink.
original
I don't
ones-
want to drink fucking oregano
Right.
in my beer. I don't want. I don't want to have to fucking have pepper floating around in my
or a
teeth
fucking or a
and
hole in your fucking stomach because
Yeah,
it's
or-
so acidic.
fucking or salt added. I don't personally like to add salt to
Well,
my
the
beer.
thing was, like my dad used to get some cheap ass beer. So like,
Uh-huh.
so in order to accommodate that for my mom, that was like, like to drink but didn't like the shitty beer he would get.
Uh-huh.
So he would make her Michis because he would have he'd get the
Yeah.
clamato juice and the steak sauce and some tapatio and all that shit and put some salt around the rim and give it to her, and it's like a bloody fizzy Bloody Mary.
Yeah. No,
I
the first time
tried
I
one
had
of
it.
those the Budweiser with clamato or whatever it was
I
the
love
other day,
those,
and
man.
I was taste testing it next to my my Michelada.
Yeah.
And I didn't. It's not because I liked my Michelada better per se, but I did.
Right.
But
like, but I did.
My Michelada isn't salty and it's not thick.
Right.
Clamato.
But that's
and
what
that
an
kind of
original
thing,
Michelada
so-
kind of is.
Yeah.
So
okay, that makes sense.
But that's as far as like on the market, like canned already processed fucking Michis that you can get on the in a liquor
yeah.
store. Those Budweiser ones are fucking on point.
Well, the thing is, the Budweiser
I've never
that
had
I
one,
like
really.
is
Yeah.
that I love clamato. So I mean, clamato is my favorite
Yeah.
thing to make into any mixed drink, really.
Yeah.
So
Dude, those Budweiser ones are on fucking point because they're actually mixed with the official clamato juice and the Tecate ones are good too.
oh, I haven't had the Tecate. I've only had the Modelo, and it wasn't that good.
That one's terrible.
It
Yeah.
is so bland.
Yeah,
so
that
bland.
one's terrible. But yeah, the Tecate and the Bud Light and Budweiser ones are like
Okay.
pretty fucking good.
Now, I do have a couple of actual things in here, but I'll tell you guys what's
Okay,
in
so-
it when,
okay, so this
when you
is-
guys try it.
So we were talking about the origin of
Yeah.
the micheladas. So this is kind of trying to emulate that style, right?
Yeah, without having the thickness, without having the shitty beer, without having
Right.
a bunch of debris and spices and herbs and shit floating around in your beer.
Right.
Something that'll just give you that.
Something that's not too lemony, that's going to be so acidic. That's a big problem with those two. Yeah.
Exactly that.
All right.
And something you can actually taste beer out of. So.
Yeah. All right. Cheers.
All right. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, I love it. Dude, this is something that my it's just that it still has that little bitterness, which
does.
I'm fine
Which
with.
it's a beer.
The
But, like-
bitterness is actually from basil, because I
Yes.
use mostly basil to bitter the beer, so that way you're not getting.
Is it
hoppiness.
technically a lager, or is this,
No, this
is
is an ale.
This is an
Ale.
ale.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So this is different than the last time we had it too.
Yeah, it's not quite as it doesn't have as much body. I cut the body some, and it's not as intense in tomato flavor. And you get a little bit more of a roasty flavor from the onions and the jalapenos and the fire roasted tomatoes.
It
I
still
put
has
in it.
that. It has that hoppy flavor.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
has the hobby.
little
That's-
bit.
but you still taste all those notes. I'm curious why did you want to go from there? Like you want to get rid of the tomatoey more and
No,
all that stuff?
actually, that was a mistake. I was trying to get more tomato, but since I've been, I had to scale the recipe up from an originally 5-gallon recipe. I had to
Yeah.
scale it up to 15 gallons. And unfortunately, I obviously didn't get as much tomato in there as I did the first time. And same
I
thing
see.
with the basil. Like, the first time you had the tomato basil the michelada version of the tomato basil from last year, it was easier to get a more intense tomato
It was a lot lighter.
flavor.
And
This is darker.
Exactly.
I will be honest. I almost thought I grabbed the wrong beer because it tasted so different.
No. You definitely American flag, right?
No, gold. Wait.
Oh my God, you grabbed the jalapeno. That's why. It's,
is this
That's
the jalapeno?
why. Oh my God.
I did grab the wrong beer then.
You did grab the wrong
okay.
beer.
I was
So
like,
good.
wait a
I was
second.
gonna say, yeah. What happened?
That
This
makes sense.
Definitely tastes different.
That makes sense.
That's my fault, you
'cause I'm
guys.
not- I was like, where did the tomato go?
That is,
Okay,
we're
and I was gonna
talking
say I
about the
taste the
tomato,
fucking. I
but
taste the fucking. Okay, so
The
that.
I was like, where
yeah,
did
you're getting the jalapeno, but you're not getting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we wanted to
there's
cleanse
the
our
other-
palate. I
And
was like,
there's the other thing that was missing.
Well, there we go.
too,
That's.
is
I thought it was an IPA.
No, I
wasn't-
seriously did.
I
I was
wasn't
like-
getting the tapatio.
Yeah.
I was trying to say,
I
without being a
actually-
dick. I was like, this tastes like the jalapeno IPA.
No, you grabbed the wrong one.
Okay.
Did you actually add Tapatio to your
Yes.
mash?
To the Michelada beer,
Yeah.
I add Tapatio to
Nice.
the Michelada. I add Worcestershire to the
Worcestershire.
Michelada.
Is that how you say it?
Michelada.
I don't know how to. I always just say rooster sauce.
It's Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire?
Yeah, Worcestershire. But it's spelled Worcestershire.
Yeah, that's why
it's got that
looks
C
like
in it.
Rochester.
Yeah, exactly.
Rochester.
No, I put Worcestershire, Tapatio, fire roasted jalapeno,
Yes,
fire
yes.
roasted onions. I put a
Oh,
little bit.
oh, shit, okay.
Yeah, I put dehydrated tomatoes.
Okay, so I can't wait to try that one
fresh
because there's
tomatoes.
actually,
Yeah.
you know what was funny? Okay, here's what I was.
That's what we know. Literally, I could look at Ryan
We're like, oh yeah, that's good. Hey, wait a minute, that's not quite right.
Because here's the thing, it's not good. The thing is that I looked at Ryan and we both thought the same thing. I was like, this tastes like the jalapeno honey, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's different. Like we're gonna try and bring out notes that we think are in a michelada. I was like,
If this is what we're talking, if we're talking about this as this is definitely an improvement on the last time I had the jalapeno IPA.
yeah, because those have also
oh.
changed. Like okay, so
Okay,
this is something I did want to ask you. What are some of the difficulties that you run into, especially something that you're trying to recreate, or I mean, I know you do modify a lot of different things.
Yeah.
When you're trying to recreate the things and things come out different, why does that happen, and what are some of the hard things that you go through?
Well, okay. With this one, I've already told you guys, explained that certain times of the year I change up the recipe a little bit. I try and keep the flavor exactly the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'll lighten the body. Sometimes I'll give it more body. Sometimes a little bit. If it's a little sweeter, I'll add a little bit more jalapeno. Just basically because the flavor is supposed to be what the most consistent thing.
Yeah.
But during the summertime, I don't want to drink a medium-bodied beer. I want to drink something that's a little bit lighter. During the wintertime, I want to drink something that's a little bit more substantial in body, but I want it to taste the same. So basically what I do throughout the year with this one is I'll either tweak the amount of water, the amount of malts that are in it. Usually it's just adjusting up and down for the alcohol by volume. But as far as for keeping the consistency of flavor, that means I have to alter the amount of certain malts that I use in this, so that way the flavor stays the same.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And same thing with the amount of hops
That's
as well.
interesting because I've never seen that any sort. Like it's such a simple concept, but like you've never seen any sort of brewery kind of do that. Maybe obviously because
They
probably,
make one
they're
product,
making it,
they make it exactly
the same every
Yeah.
time.
But
I guess that,
I like doing that. I've done it with several beers, like Obnoxious Cannon, my first black IPA. That one always stays the same. My Christmas beers always stay the same. They're always going to be. If I'm going to repeat my original smoked black IPA, it's going to be exactly the same.
Yeah.
This is the only beer that I'm constantly adjusting for the flavor profile for the season that I'm brewing it in.
You know what's funny is since I thought this was the
Michelada?
Michelada for a second, like
Well, I was gonna call
I
you.
did-
I was like, why did you not catch that first?
Oh.
no, hold on.
No,
hold
the
on.
reason why is because my nose and my sinuses aren't working quite as well
Okay.
today, and because the body is so similar,
Yeah.
that
I was like, it was almost
That I
no
totally
tomato.
did.
in
Well,
there.
it's
Yeah, I
funny because
totally
at,
didn't catch it.
at first I was like, well, this. I mean, like it's okay. And now that I'm like, oh, that's the jalapeno. I'm like, it's brilliant as a jalapeno IPA. Like now that my mind knows what it's supposed to be.
But at the same time, it still brings it back to what I said.
If that makes any sense.
Now you guys did catch me right now. Because my sinuses aren't working quite as well, I have, because I already know the flavors of the beers that we're talking about. It's why I can fake my way through an interview.
you're telling us what it is.
Only
Exactly.
tasting the basics of it. Like right now, I can taste the roastiness of the jalapeno. Since we've been talking, my nose has cleared up some, so I'm definitely getting a dumbed down version of the jalapeno.
I should
flavor
keep some
that it
wasabi
actually
for
is.
sinuses, really, just so I can.
Well, that and actually, coffee grounds are like if you have something going on with your sinuses, if you can smell coffee, then you should be able to pick up other smells because coffee is so sharp.
Yeah,
There is some over there. You
But
totally-
that's honestly what I'm a little embarrassed about isn't because I got caught having to describe because my sinuses aren't working. It's because I didn't pick up right away that the Tapatio isn't in there.
Yeah,
and the
that's what-
Tapatio it has that little bit of bite. Now you can't when you drink it, you aren't going to taste. Oh yeah, Tapatio, but the Conte-ness of the Tapatio really comes through in the Michelada beer.
Okay.
So.
Well, it's funny.
Well, I was gonna say this is really good. I was like, this is just not what I was expecting from
Right.
Michelada. But then I was like, I said, it's different than the previous versions of the jalapeno honey we've even had.
Yeah, it's
So I was like, it tastes like that,
Like
but
I
different.
said, I lightened the body. I didn't make it as spicy either.
I wonder if my father-in-law would like this because he fucking hates all. Like, dude, we try and give him so much craft beer that he hates IPAs. Hates them. He thinks he's like they taste like perfume.
Worse,
He's not wrong either.
And he just hates them. He's like, bleh. And he'll only drink but he's not much of a drinker anyway. But he'll drink, he'll have some Modelo's or whatever, and he always makes micheladas. Like he'll make cocktails and micheladas all the time for parties or whatever. And but he's also a Mexican dude who likes spicy shit, so I think he might like the roastiness of this
jalapeno
beer.
honey.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. I'm excited to try the michelada.
The real one. All right, we'll finish that, and then we're gonna go into that.
I want it because I feel like
yeah.
he would actually because he just I think we got him to enjoy. He likes wheat beers, so we got So we got him to enjoy like a Kolsch and like a few Wits like at Boomtown, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so you know what? He might actually like this one because you're it's bitter, but you also
American
get
flag.
all of the other flavors going on. So I thought it would be funny to put an American flag on a Michelada.
No, he's that's what I'm saying. Like he would definitely not like the bitterness at the end, but I feel like
the
aroma, the rest of it. Maybe he can
roastiness.
get over it.
Maybe, but let's see how he feels about this beer because I just remember the last time I had.
Hey, that's why it's darker too. It was darker too because
absolutely.
it was the
We were just bringing up, I was
jalapeno.
like, this is close. Yes, I remember this now. But the other one, I was like, this is different than everything I remember from having.
That's 'cause it
Michelada
was.
because it's a different beer.
Well, this still looks the same as the jalapeno we just had, right?
This one's a little bit lighter.
This
I don't
one's
think so.
definitely lighter.
Nah,
Yeah.
It looks the same to me.
All right.
Well,
Cheers.
the last time I could tell it was orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it had more of a tomato color to
Yes,
it,
yeah.
and stuff. And I started to explain with the jalapeno, thinking Michelada. This one, I definitely. It doesn't have because of scaling it up. I definitely missed the mark on the intensity of a few flavors and some of the color because
this one.
there's not as much tomato in it as there was before.
All right. Well, let's give it a try then. All right.
All right. So for realsies now.
Yeah.
Ooh, you can smell it. I smell
There it is. See, that's what I
There
was
you
like.
go.
Where did that go?
Okay. All right.
Oh my God.
I will be 100 with you guys. I am getting the full flavor of this right now. I don't know
Yeah.
why it was dumbed down with maybe it's the Tapatio or something, but I'm getting everything in this beer right now.
Fuck yes.
I'm getting tomato. I'm getting two different kinds I'm getting pepperiness from the basil. I'm getting
Yes.
sweetness from the basil.
The tomatoes in there too. No, well enough.
You're a
That's
magician.
fine,
and
dude.
you don't taste the fire roasted onion. But if the onion was missing, you would miss it.
It's like,
And I didn't use any lemon in it this time. I
It's like
only
having
used lime.
It's like having genuine pizza in my mouth, right?
yeah.
That's
yeah,
exactly
there
what
you
I was
go.
saying. I was like, it's okay. This is what I was expecting, and this is so good. But you were right; it does have a little different body. It's lighter, but it's still the flavor is all there. And it's,
I want more tomato. I want a little bit more body myself.
I think this is
it's 4% alcohol,
Yeah.
so you can drink this all
Yeah.
fucking day.
So this
and that's the point.
It tastes more.
All right.
It tastes more Italian to me.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
even
you
with
get-
the tapatio.
Yeah,
in
no,
it.
it's like a spicy pizza.
It's like a
Okay.
yeah. It's like a spicy pizza.
Okay.
It's pizza sauce. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
You
you
said
know
you
what?
got rid
That
of the
just-
lemon?
Hey, maybe I should talk to Claire's Italian Market.
There you
Maybe.
go.
You said you got rid of the lemon though.
I got rid of the lemon
Why?
this time because the tree,
Oh, yeah, I could
the
take
lemon
mine.
tree in the back wasn't producing lemons. In fact, actually, it turns out it's a lemon lime tree and a for real lemon lime tree because it goes through cycles where it's all lemons, and then it goes through cycles of
it's all limes.
Right now, it's all limes, and then by
weird.
the end of the year, it'll be lemon and lime.
I
Wanna
didn't
some
know
crazy
that was a
shit?
thing.
Some crazy shit. There's a lemon tree in the backyard of my grandparents, and it all of a sudden started growing chilies.
What?
What?
Swear to God, there was a vine that just grew, like wrapped around it, that was like rooted in the same thing. So it started growing chilies.
You know, I've
And
heard
then-
some weird sciencey
Holy
stuff where
shit.
there actually have been trees that sections of it grow different parts or different fruits.
Yeah. So my
different
so my
things.
my
That makes
my grandpa
sense.
was all stoked because he would get a lime and then he'd get a fucking
chili.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, what
that's
kind
so
of chili?
cool.
Like are they the red
lemon.
ones? Or
They were like little red peppers, yeah. And he said they were really good, and he would just pick them off. They grew on a vine, like in the same roots, but wrapped around the lemon tree.
that's so weird.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. It's smelling this thing.
That's what I'm saying.
From
Okay.
across the table, I can
If
smell
I can,
it.
if I
It's
can,
just
if I can give
hitting.
you one note, is that I think you may have overdone it with the tapatio on this.
Oh well,
Really?
Yeah, but I'm not-
I disagree.
but that's because
this-
I'm not really into spicy food.
I
Oh,
am.
okay. Now,
Yeah.
see, with this, I kind of thought that the spiciness was dumbed down because it goes away
But
right
that's
away.
because you eat
Yeah.
spicy a lot, right?
That is true.
Probably same here.
This is a fact. I'm Mexican on the inside.
Right.
Yeah. No,
Your colon is.
It's made out
Yeah.
of cast iron and
Right. Yeah, like no, like I'm not saying it's too spicy because I'm just like fucking barely getting into like any, you know, I'll throw tapatio on anything, but like but only like a few fucking dashes because
Yeah.
that's all I can handle.
Now, the funny thing is, like, you wouldn't know it, obviously, because people listening who haven't tried either this or the jalapeno. But when they hear jalapeno, when anybody usually hears jalapeno, anything, jalapeno,
Right.
in this case, jalapeno honey IPA, you're expecting sweet from the honey, and then a lot of people would expect, okay, it's going to be spicy. But the jalapeno honey is not spicy. This is fairly mild, at least for me. And it's a little bit bitier for you. But
This
the
is
jalapeno,
bitey-
even the regular version of the jalapeno that has some of the bite that's in the back of the throat, this is still spicier than
This
that.
is spicier
and it's
than that,
not,
yeah.
and it's not at all that spicy.
Right,
So,
right.
as far as the reason why and how I make these, I want to make things that taste full flavored but are approachable.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, like maybe your uncle, grandfather,
Well, my father-in-law.
that your father-in-law would actually maybe like those
Yeah.
because they
He
are
would
a little
actually-
bit more
he'd probably love this.
approachable than
Yeah, he'd probably love this.
than like
I love
say
it.
some big double IPA or
Yeah.
something like that. And then other people out there, you know, who you might see like somebody's experimenting with a homebrew or experimenting in your local craft brewery or something like that. You know, you should always be curious because you never know. You're going to find something that has balance. And then, you know, you're going to find something that's way too hot or
Yeah.
whatever. But at least, you know, you're trying something different. And not just that, but you're finding things you don't like, which shortens the road to finding something you do like. Because then you get everything else out of the way. And then, boom, there's your golden goose.
Yeah.
So hopefully
yeah.
somebody will think mine Mine beers are
Two
golden
things.
gooses.
Two things
I
I
would like.
Yeah. go
Well,
on.
I mean, just real quick.
Yeah.
I'd like to talk to you about maybe getting me a bottle of this. To take to him off the air.
Yeah.
or something
Oh
like
no,
that.
I think don't we have a six pack over there?
I brought you guys.
Really,
a,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
was
no,
just gonna
I
say,
brought you guys a six
I was
pack
gonna
of
say-
everything, but
Yeah.
I figured since we're drinking before noon, I'll bring 32s for us to split.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah.
I'm good
And
right
then-
now, like up here, and I feel like you need to do less since you need to actually go to work.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
that's why I brought the 32s in, so that way we could just sample the 32s.
Yeah.
And then you guys can keep the six
Oh,
packs
okay.
here
did
for
you eat
guys.
breakfast?
No,
Yeah, we're all fucked.
this is my breakfast.
This is my breakfast. Same right here. No, okay, so I have a question. You said 4% alcohol?
This is just 4% alcohol in this one.
Four
one.
flat.
Yes, four
Which
flat.
It's very approachable.
very approachable. I was gonna say for those of you that think that's low, if you actually think about it, a michelada is a cocktail. Everything you add to a beer cuts the alcohol in half. So this is actually probably a higher percentage alcohol by volume than a normal michelada.
Well, yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
because you take
Because
Corona
Corona's like-
It's like
or
4.8 or 5. Like that's
okay,
the
we'll
average.
Say, Budweiser. Budweiser is 5%.
Yeah.
Standard, but
Yeah.
regular.
but that's actually
Bud.
more than a lot of other ones.
Exactly.
Corona's less.
Okay, you figure Sierra Nevada Pale Ale is 5.8%, so it's only
That's a higher one, though.
0.8% than, but that's only 0.8 more than a Budweiser.
That's
and then
I had no
you
idea
get, like,
that they were that close.
you
No,
get
seriously, I looked this up one day. I'm like, I'm kind of curious.
Yeah.
Like these are the most.
they're very.
These are
close.
literally the most popular beers on the planet. What alcohol percentage are they? And they're all about 4 to 5 point something percent.
Yeah, you'll be lucky nowadays to find a beer that would be. And most commercial beers range anywhere between 3.4 to 4.5% or 5% straight across the board. And you get a lot of craft breweries where a lot of their beers, their lowest beers, are going to be like 6.2%, and that's still using the benchmark macro beers. That's still not too far off what the normal everyday everybody thinks drinking beers are.
Right. So why is it that I could probably drink 6 of these and be fucked up, and I'll drink 6 Budweisers and not feel a thing?
I'm wondering, I'm
would
thinking it might actually be the nutritional content.
Okay.
Because they filter practically everything out of their beers. It's why they taste so light, so light in flavor, and
Right.
they're also so light in color.
Well,
'cause
like
of the
okay, so
filtration
like for
process.
instance, like Sierra Nevada is only 8.8% more.
Mhm.
So if I drink a 6-pack of a Sierra Nevada, the pale ale, just the standard pale ale, like I would be on a good one. But if I drink, if I drink a 6-pack of Budweiser, like I'd be on an okay one.
I also have a theory. I don't know when the last time you had Budweiser was, but like we generally use that as like beer pong beer.
Well,
or
I use it as chugging beer.
Yeah.
if I'm in a
or
hurry.
like a Pabst Blue Ribbon,
yeah, or a
or
PBR.
something.
Well,
yeah,
and but actually PBR has gotten me fucking loaded before.
But
too.
PBR is actually over
It's
5.
pretty
It's
high.
over 5%.
Yeah.
I believe it's over 5%.
So
not quite 6 though.
I used to get
and definitely less than 5.8.
I used to get PBR. The only thing is that I don't know what it is about PBR, but it always gives me a fucking hangover. Like the hangover the next day.
Yep.
Is a headache hangover.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
I'm sad that Michelada beers are on.
Budweiser
Yeah.
and PBR, Coors. I don't do Coors because it'll do the same thing.
Yeah, it's a
unless
headache
it's a
hangover.
beggars
Like, I don't know
can't be
why.
choosers situation.
Why is that? Do you know what? Is there a
that's
science
actually
behind that?
that's a great question.
Okay.
Can you turn that down just a
Again,
little bit?
about the what's that?
Oh, just turn it down because we can hear it on the thing.
This
The
thing?
volume.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay. About the only thing I can think of why it would be very different is it's got to be because if a craft beer isn't filtered, then you're definitely gonna get yeast in there. Yeast is B12 vitamins, which
It's a little
always
yeah.
it helps you with a hangover because
right, that's
alcohol
true.
strips your body of B12 vitamins. And I mean, if you're drinking beer, you're not necessarily going to get dehydrated because beer is mostly water to begin with.
Right.
It honestly, that's the only thing I can think of.
That's a good point, though.
So
I feel like that's a really valid point because yeah, you're right. It's filtered. They're filtered so much. You're probably not getting any nutrients.
well, you're definitely not getting yeast. That's the reason why.
Sure.
And, it's artificially carbonated with forced carbonation.
Oh no, that was me. Don't worry about it.
It's forced
Not me,
carbonation, and it's
but
not
yeah.
natural. It's not considered natural carbonation by putting a little bit more yeast in a beer. Like, okay, when I'm bottling beer,
Sure.
I add a little bit more sugar to a set, like 5 gallons of beer. I'll add a certain amount of sugar, and what that does is it adds a little bit of extra food for the yeast that's still in the beer to eat, which will force them to create carbon dioxide. Now, since of course your bottles are capped, it forces the carbon dioxide to dissolve into the solution instead of releasing into the air.
Wow.
So that's how you get your carbonation.
Yeah.
That's science.
Well, it's funny. You know, it's just the same idea of like like grass-fed beef over.
Corn-fed.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, most definitely.
You know, like
yeah.
it just tastes better because that's the way it was intended to be.
You get all of those natural.
Yeah, you get all those natural flavors and
yeah.
nutrients and stuff. So it's funny that you would think, you know, again, it's like it's pretty much the same thing. It's just kind of blowing my mind right now. I didn't even really think about that.
Well,
like
here,
the organic way of doing things is what you're doing because you're doing it homemade.
And that's actually what so like the organic is the most variable. Versus the artificial, which you can control everything, which is why all these macro brewers, all their beer tastes the same every single time.
Which is exactly what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, but it's because it's artificial. Not like it's very controlled versus nature controlled. You know.
Right.
Well,
like,
that's also what makes.
If you follow you on Instagram, which they can follow you at Brewer from the Crypt
on Instagram,
yeah, then they can actually see you use all these real like vegetation, all the fucking produce.
Yes.
Like there's tomatoes, lemons, and jalapenos, like actual things.
I try and
Obviously
document
different sizes
everything that I use in particular beers, and
so
I
that
build
makes it different.
And for people who don't know, haven't heard, even though I am technically, I'm just repeating myself again. I build beers around the specific ingredients. Like it's easy to just take, like my jalapeno honey IPA, take out the jalapenos and shit like that, but it won't taste the same putting something else in there because the entire beer was built around jalapenos.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with this Michelada beer. If I took out onions, then or one of the basils, or and only had one kind of basils, or didn't have 3 or 4 different kinds of tomatoes, you would taste a stark difference because any little change will taste the flavor. But with macro beers, what's so hard about brewing those is because you have to have consistency, and because they're so light in flavor, you're gonna taste a fuck up in a second. Whereas technically,
this one tastes too good.
Whereas technically with mine, I can kind of mask and cover some of the flavors with the actual natural flavors that I'm coming up with in the beers, like with the Michelada.
Right, but the point is though, since you're not filtering them to the same amount as like fucking like Budweiser.
Yeah, it's like
something
3
like
microns
right,
or
exactly.
something like that.
Since you're not
filters.
doing that, we're getting all these. We're getting these big flavors, and I feel like the just by putting the produce and the the peppers and all the stuff you flavor it with kind of goes a long way. You know what I mean?
Well, you're definitely getting all the nuanced flavors without getting a stripped down sort of flavor.
But what I'm saying is, it's also not. Because, like you said, you're not going to be dehydrated because you're kind of getting the benefit. Obviously, we're drinking. That's like that's not the most beneficial thing for you, but you're getting the benefits.
I disagree.
But you're getting the you're getting the benefits of like a tomato of you know what I mean? Like like
you're not
you're
losing
still
any
getting
of the
those
nutrition.
nutrients.
Yeah, you're not actually, and you're right. That is a really good point because. With the stuff that the way that I brew,
Beer's
you're not losing the nutrients.
I mean,
you're absolutely right. I didn't really think about the nutritional value of the extra ingredients that I add because I'm not stripping them down.
That's why I'm saying by doing that and doing.
Wow, I'm even more awesome than I thought I was.
Essentially, what we're having is a breakfast smoothie.
Yeah.
There's lycopene, which is good for the prostate.
That
and
makes you happy.
tomatoes, and also alcohol, which makes you happy. There's basil.
Hey, it definitely
it's green.
it definitely helps with your mood. That's for sure.
Oh, for
Absolutely.
Dude,
I will
Seriously
say right
though,
now,
this michelada is really hitting the spot right now
It
because
is.
like
Yeah, totally.
It's cleansing my palate. It's definitely feeling more.
Well, it's a really good change after the dark one.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you're right.
like that was a really good beer, but honestly, I mean, I any dark beer, I can't drink more than like 2 of those or anything like that. Cause
yeah.
Same.
I'm
Same.
not. I'm not a just generally. I'm not a big dark beer fan, like in general. But I mean, that
I'm
one
the
was
same
really
way.
good. It was light. It was nice. But
I kind of want another one of these.
so do I. I was like, I'm sad that the Michelada beer is done.
we can finish the that whatever's left of the jalapeno and then
we have
I mean,
the next.
fuck it. We can always throw another michelada in the freezer or something real quick. I mean, they are light and and they're only 12 ounces.
Now let's finish these. I think.
Well, we still got that smoked as well.
Yeah, we still have another whole 32 ouncer, and then Ryan has to go to work at some
Fuck,
point.
we still have another one.
Yeah, there's another beer.
Oh shit.
So.
Well, yeah, that one's a little bit more. Try it and see if you like it and stuff. But we'll explain that when we get to it. So
Okay.
We should probably get to stories soon because I definitely have to dip out Reddit too.
All right, fair enough. All right, well then, do you want to go first, or do you just want to?
I could
It's up to you.
if you want me to.
All right, yeah, we'll do that. Sounds good. Let me just.
You always have we always have more input on your shit. So
That's very true, actually. All right, I'll just run through them then. All right, let's do this now.
see, now I can tell it's fucking jalapeno and not Michelin.
Because it's a completely different beer. All
Who'da
right,
thunk it?
right? Jesus, you guys ready?
God damn, you got to turn that one down. Look at you see the. No. You see the little.
No, I know. I'm
volume lever on the side there.
It's on my fingers. I put it too high. Sorry.
No, but I'm saying if you you have them all full blast, so
Yes.
you got to find the ones that aren't so fucking loud and turn and leave those full blast, but the ones that are so. Okay, I got you.
Okay, cool. All right. In a world where I have full control over all of the sounds, and I've drank 2.5 beers.
2.5. But can you imagine? You imagine how you know how pussy that sounds. You know what's funny though? Like, okay, you know how like in college and shit, like it was like, oh, I drank like 50 beers, but like then you were drinking like Natty Lights.
Yeah.
And then now you're like, I had like 3 beers. And people were like, what the fuck? That's some pussy shit. But they were like 10 fucking 12%.
The first one was the first one was 10.8%. The second one we didn't even know was a different beer.
The third one struck back.
The third one had a lot of spiciness in it, and I'm good now. But yeah, and then now
Return of the IPA.
we have the return of the jalapeno honey IPA. And on that note,
It's me, bitches!
I may have some news for you.
Go ahead.
Entertainment news, everybody. This just broke out. I'm not gonna get to this story. I have a question for you. News story that'll make you guys a little bit tingly in the fans. Okay, we need to move on from that. I need to get away from that real quick.
I read somewhere that their periods attract bears.
Ah, the French.
all right, we back in this.
That's such a good drop, dude.
It is like
great.
I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna
That's
take
fine.
it too. I'm
Take
gonna put
it.
I'm gonna put it on Mike's.
You fucking take
That's
it,
good.
dude.
That's
Like
good.
that. Literally, that was. I was like, I
good.
need this. I need it. I figured out how to do it with Audacity, and now I have that drop. It's really good. All right, jumping straight into the entertainment news. I take it that you haven't gone to the movies this week, did you?
No, man, I haven't. Here's the thing.
You haven't seen a movie since like the first Avengers, right?
I think, yeah. First
Oh,
Avengers.
what? Really?
No, I haven't been to movies in a long ass time. I think I just.
Do you watch the movies when they come home? Like come?
Yeah,
out on
yeah,
video?
yeah. I think I just.
What about the Marvel movie? I'm just making sure you're up to date on up to speed on Marvel right now.
I haven't.
I wouldn't bet.
Okay, anything I haven't seen, I already know of.
That
doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
I'm sorry. I haven't seen Deadpool 2 or Infinity Wars.
What the fuck? Hold on.
Okay, Infinity War, in my opinion, is way more important.
Well, of course it is. It's most definitely more important. Absolutely.
Yeah, Infinity War is so fucking good, man. What are you waiting for? I saw it. I
Absolutely.
saw it. I saw it.
I don't know.
They re-released it, and I went and saw it again.
Did they?
I get drunk.
Yeah, they did a 10-year anniversary Marvel thing. So
Oh,
they
cool.
they replayed
shit.
every single Marvel movie at AMC.
Oh shit!
my
I haven't
aunt-
seen Black Panther either.
Oh, it's on Netflix.
I haven't.
Bro, it's been on. I watched it like 5 times since they dropped it on Netflix.
When it comes on Hulu, then
you
we'll see.
racist. You're racist, dude.
First of all, you don't
You're
just
fucking racist. Dude.
go get somebody else's password, please, because I mean I don't have my own Netflix account. Do you have your own, or you?
I don't have my own.
Yeah, no.
My roommates use
that's the whole thing
My
with
roommates
Netflix.
have a friend's account that they use, but
And they're all racist because they don't watch
But
fucking
I
Black
haven't.
Panther.
I honestly haven't. Yeah.
Watch Black Panther.
I don't know. I don't have any.
Watch
real
Black
excuse.
Panther and watch
You
Infinity
know what?
War.
I've been wasting all my times trying to catch up with all of the Sharknado movies.
Oh my God! What are you doing?
I haven't seen one. Have you seen one?
I've seen one. I saw 1 and 2, and they were like, like 1 was hilarious, and then 2, you're like,
Seriously,
okay, again.
Seriously,
And
sci-fi during
Yeah, we're doing it
fucking
again.
Shark Week.
Sharktopus was
They
funny
had
as fuck
fucking.
too.
They had like all the crazy. I've never even heard of all these.
Dude, they have so many.
They have
They've just
everything
turned
from
into that.
2-headed shark
Yeah.
to 6-headed shark.
3-headed shark. I watched.
6-headed shark is crazy, stupid,
There's just
crazy, stupid.
There's just so many heads on the sharks. Why?
But here's the thing about 3-headed shark. They cut off the.
He's got 3 heads.
They cut off the middle head, and it
And his
had
testicles.
5 baby heads in the middle. So wouldn't
it's
it be
like-
3 turned 5-headed
So
baby
it's,
shark?
so it's a Hydra shark.
that's
Hydra
7.
shark.
It is. That actually was what that is. That's crazy. That's weird. Okay.
They have a nightmare shark, which is basically a shark version of
Freddy
Freddy Krueger.
Oh my God.
Ghost shark, which can show up in a puddle of water, even if it's fresh water, or in a sheet of torrential rain. Yeah, it's stupid. There's a bunch of movies out there. It's dumb.
All right. Cool.
Santa Shark.
Go fucking see.
It's Santa Jaws.
Watch-
I'm
Go
sorry,
watch
it's called,
Infinity
It's
War.
called Santa Jaws.
Watch Infinity War.
First watch Black Panther.
You'll
racist.
never know pain until you watch until you're watching Infinity War and you're watching what's happening on screen. No spoilers. And then
feel
you
like
turn
yeah.
to your right
You mean
and
'cause-
and you see a little kid in a Spider-Man costume crying his fucking eyeballs out.
Oh, I heard you talk about that on a couple of shows ago and shit like that.
Yeah,
that big giant ball sack chinned boogie bully.
Yeah.
You're just sitting there. You watch this like tiny 6-year-old with a Spider-Man outfit.
Dude,
he's just like
Dude, it was so sad.
horrified.
It was so sad. We're watching what's going on the screen, and then I turn to my right, and this poor little kid, he's fucking sobbing in his mom's arms, dressed as Spider-Man.
Oh my god.
It's like every kid in that movie theater was crying. It was so sad.
It was. I will admit.
Oh,
that
now
I
you're
shed a
talking
tear.
about Spider-Man and kids, and all I can remember is my Spider-Man big wheel when I was a little kid.
I thought
Dude.
you're gonna say the first time that Spider-Man actually revealed his true identity.
Okay, wait. Before we get to box office,
It's like Mary Jane was just like, "Who are you?" And he's just like,
before we get to box office, all right, let me give some jalapeno.
"Yeah."
I watched Won't You Be My Neighbor?
Oh yeah.
I watched it the other day.
Oh, how was that?
Wait, did you watch it with Ricky or did it?
No, I just I watched it at work.
Oh no, because
And-
Ricky was telling me about it too.
God, I cried like 3 times in that movie.
really
Yes.
that fucking heart clenching.
Well,
right
the
there.
thing is, like, I actually watched the show when I was a kid. I don't know
Yeah,
if you
I
did.
loved it. Oh man.
I watched it a little bit. I didn't watch.
I don't
it
know if
much.
you did. I did kind of think it was boring a little bit, but it was like
I never really connected with all those.
But I kind of did. Every time he
yeah.
was in the imagination world, imagination neighborhood or whatever and stuff, and like
I was channeling him when I did
Daniel
my post
Tiger.
earlier about putting on your imagination caps with that video
Yeah.
that I did on Instagram earlier. It was because I was thinking Mr. Rogers at the time.
In all honesty, I didn't really connect that much with much live action imagination kids shows because of the fact that like cartoons were around and they just
that's
had
also
so much more freedom in the imagination realm.
That exact point is brought up a lot in that show, and what he was trying to do, and what his whole goal was for connecting with children. He was trying to show them, because he was upset. Okay, like dude, it's so crazy. Like at some point, kids were watching Superman.
Yeah.
And they were dying, jumping off roofs, thinking they were trying to like be, in the 70s, kids were thinking they were Superman, jumping off the roofs and stuff. And so the whole point of his show was he never showed up in the imagination realm where the trolley was and where where Daniel Tiger and the King and whatever. And his point was to show that you can go out and play, but you still have to deal with real life situations and stuff. Yeah, and consequence. And he would always have a lesson for you every fucking time. And dude, it's fucking incredible how much how deep a lot of those episodes were.
That makes a lot of sense in all
Yeah.
honesty, because as a kid I remember that there wasn't a finite line between reality and imagination for me.
I can see that.
No, I mean, yeah. you've known me since 11, but prior to that, my imagination took way more hold of my life. Like I would literally think, and like I got in trouble for it many times because they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't know. I saw it in a cartoon." Like I remember pulling out like a
that's the point, and that was the point he didn't like the messages that the
cartoons
were showing.
Yeah, and, and that makes sense. Like think about like violent cartoons or even things that just
That's
not even
so
stupid,
good you
like,
brought that
like
up.
even old ones like the Wile E. Coyote and the
even-
Roadrunner.
Yeah.
You're like, I'll be fine.
Yeah,
they're
of course.
bonking each other on the heads with a
course,
fucking
of course.
mallet,
Itchy
and
and
that's
scratchy.
actually that's
that
one
was-
of the points he brought up when he testified in front of Congress.
Yeah,
to
so
get
they played
funding
that. Yeah,
for
so they
to
played
get
that.
a little bit of funding, and
Yeah.
he was going through this whole thing, and he was talking about how he felt it was important for children to actually learn something and to know that it was okay. And then he brought up he didn't bring up talking shit about violent cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
He just brought up that with all these people bonking each other and stuff like that, like actually teaching kids that it's okay for this and this. And then he went through his whole, like it's like this song that he does that he did for kids that had to do with it's okay to be angry and
Yes.
this and that. And that kind of thing, and how to
God, I
focus
just got
your
chills, man. I
and
watched
how to
that whole
focus
fucking
your
movie. It's like-
how to focus your anger,
But how to
in the
come
right
back.
way.
Yeah, and how
and
to
that
come-
it's okay, but you can come back.
But
to,
come
et
back
cetera.
from it, yeah.
And he turned this hard ass fucking senator or congressman or whatever in like a minute or two's worth of his speaking. He changed this guy's mind, and they ended up giving him more funding than what he was trying
Asking
to do.
for.
It's amazing, and that whole 10 or 5 minutes or whatever it is on YouTube, like if you haven't seen it,
That's
look
crazy.
it up, look for the entire testimony. It's amazing, and it will bring you to tears. Him testifying in front of Congress,
Because they were going to cut PBS. They were going to
Yeah.
cut funding for public broadcasting.
I mean, he even broke down how much it is financially out of pocket for him. And they asked him, well, what do you do? And he says, well, I write everything. I write the songs. I do the music. I this and this.
Writer, composer,
Literally
director.
did pretty much everything on a shoestring budget of just a few $1,000s. And they were going to cut that. And then they ended up not at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a question. There's a new Jim Carrey series that's
Funny
out.
if kidding.
Kidding, yeah. Have either of you seen any of it?
I
No,
have not
haven't
but
heard of
I,
it
I
even.
hear great things. And
I feel like that has something to do with Mr. Rogers. Like that was an inspiration. Was it not? You think?
Yes, totally. But the thing with Mr. Rogers though, when you watch that documentary, is that like that dude was so fucking genuine, and he like really wanted to, educate and be a good influence on children. And it's like, dude, I was talking about this before when I think when this movie was coming out, and I was like, I'm so glad they didn't find some fucking kid bones under his fucking porch or something like that. You know, like
He's like, I'm Mr. Rogers,
my God,
motherfucker.
yeah.
I can do whatever the
then
fuck I want.
You know, you find out he was just this
Is a fucking Bill
serial,
Cosby
yeah,
or
he was just the
something,
fucking
yeah.
worst person in the. And that's the thing is like they're all they're like, no, that's just how he was. They're like off screen, on screen, like he was like just seriously the nicest guy.
The most genuine.
And they said he would,
yeah.
and he even had a great sense of humor because like there was like a few kind of like like dudes like you and me that were on set.
Yeah.
You know, like if we were dicking around on the set or something like that, they would play a joke on him, and then he would be cool about it. Like
That's pretty funny.
And then I guess it was funny, dude. They told this story which cracked me up. Was one of the guys who was like a lighting guy on the set. He said he used to pick up the film. He said back then they had the film cameras, and anytime anybody left a film camera, he'd take a picture of his ass. And he's telling this story in the Mr. Rogers documentary, and I'm like, dude, I used to do that all the time too. And he's like, he said so one time. Fred Rogers left his camera laying around, and he said that he had a friend take a picture of him with he was wearing the King's mask, and he's got his ass hanging out, and he took a picture, and then and he goes, and I didn't hear anything about it for like months and months and months, and he's like, and I wasn't sure if maybe he was mad at me or whatever, and then he goes, oh hey, did you get your Christmas present? And he's like, and then I open it up, and it's a blown up poster of that photograph.
That's a great fucking guy right there. All right, I gotta check that out then.
Oh my God, that's so great.
It's "Won't You Be My Neighbor," which is a documentary.
It's so good, dude.
Not to be confused with the
Okay.
new Tom Hanks movie that will eventually come out.
Yeah. No.
Oh yeah, that one.
Won't You Be My Neighbor? I think it's
Yeah.
it's available on demand. I watched it some way that I can't tell you, but
What do you use? Do you have a thing?
I go to gomovies.com.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a website. It's one
It's a
thing.
website, and then
Can't you go there to watch
go there to watch
HBO
anything.
stuff? Okay, because I think I used to. I think I watched
You also
like
get-
the
give your
third and
computer
fourth
aids.
seasons of
yeah.
like Game of Thrones or something like that on that.
I
But
mean,
fuck, I haven't seen that in a while. Holy
for the
shit.
most part, I just been using Amazon to like rent and buy stuff.
Mhm.
But if there's something that I'm like, I don't really want to buy it. I want to watch it, whatever, and then I'll go movies it. But I do it at work on my work computer, so I can give that computer aids.
Oh, actually that's smart. I should do that. I should literally rent a very like shitty computer, or not rent it, but like just get one of those $500 computers and just use that just for the aid stuff. and then but regardless, because of how things work now, I can just cast it to my TV and just watch it.
Yeah,
The file remains on your computer, but you can just cast it to your TV. I usually do that. Oh my God, I forgot about this. I just did that for fucking Justice League.
Oh,
I watched Justice League.
you
Oh,
finally
you did. You finally watched Justice League.
saw Justice League.
Finally
huh?
saw Justice League.
Okay, I've seen Justice
I need
League
to crack
before
open-
you did.
I need to crack open this goddamn beer because I watched that shit.
So what'd you think, bro?
All right.
Let's hear it.
Wait, what?
I felt like I could have done a better job
Yeah.
at directing this fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like, what the actual fuck? Everything was
I
so
can't disagree
all
with
over.
you.
Everything was so all over the place that I don't know. It almost looked like, I know it was a style choice. It looked like almost every shot.
Yeah, but was it? Fucking seemed
Yeah,
like
no shit, right?
Every shot was. It looked like a fucking green screen. Every shot.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, I've seen 100% like
Shoelaces tied
Actually, you know
together.
what? World of Warcraft, which is an amalgamation of live action and CGI, looked way better than anything.
Oh, the Warcraft movie?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Looked
dude.
way better than-
I was
than
actually
anything else.
surprised about how good Warcraft looked for
Yes.
what it was. Like, it
Exactly.
didn't look like an animated movie per
No,
se.
and that looked better than fucking Justice League. I swear to God. And then why do you open up your film knowing that there's already a controversy, the mustache gate, with
the mustache?
Yeah, with the mustache.
Well,
it opened up with
I mean-
with a scene of a Henry Cavill, like from chest up, and I'm just like, your mouth is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. I can't believe it took you this long. Is this why you just didn't want to fucking?
Yeah, I didn't want to face this, and now I did, and I'm unhappy about it because it is.
I told you, and I
The
told
most
you,
disappointing thing I've ever seen.
disappointed.
That's what I'm gonna. I actually
Point it.
I wanted to get that drop. I couldn't find the clip, but I'm gonna get it. So that's gonna be a new one.
You'll find it.
I'll find it.
Well, what is it?
Well, at least you finally got it. This is the smoked agave. This I only
Oh, yeah, tell
brought.
us about this.
I only brought this one bottle because this one actually I ended up putting too much smoked malts in it. So
cheese japs. So
you get all of the
Yeah.
all of the tartness, and you get the fruitiness it's supposed to have, but unfortunately the smoke covers it up.
yeah,
that's very smoky.
And that's why I only brought one bottle, and that's why instead of just leaving it at home, I decided fuck it. I brewed it. I'm gonna own it. It was a fuck up. It's got too much smoke in it, but you know what?
It's too smoky, but it's still a beer.
And you know what? Here's the
No,
thing.
that's what I said.
It's
So
only
literally-
it's only 4%, and this actually, if you're eating like barbecue or something like that,
Sure.
you will never get the smoke because you'll get the fruitiness because you already have smoke in your mouth.
Yeah.
But as far as for my giving out and letting people sample and drinking, if they want to try it, cool, by request. But honestly, this will just end up being a drinking beer that I'm going to have to brew again and like actually do. I'm not happy with this version, so I have to brew it again.
Sure.
All right,
That's
so-
it. Okay, wait.
a few
Hold
things-
on.
okay, go
One
for
more time. One more time. We need to talk about
One more
Justice League. Justice League. Okay.
On the beer,
One more
real quick.
time.
Real quick
One
on the
more
beer,
time.
though. The beer, though.
Oh, okay.
Real
Go
quick.
ahead. Go ahead.
When he came in, he was like, "Oh, I kind of over smoked the agave, so I only brought a little bit." And then, like, because I didn't want to leave it here and have you guys like throw it away or blah blah. I'm like, is there even a single chance
Bro,
that that's a possibility?
I've only thrown a beer away once, and I'll twice.
Okay.
2 times.
2 times.
One time, I was in San Diego. I got it was this liquor store that didn't have too much local shit, and it was just a case of Stone variety pack.
Mm-hmm.
And in that variety pack, it had an Enjoy By, and the Enjoy By tasted like shit
Really?
Really?
because it
shit.
had probably been in that store for so long. Yeah, so it was awful, man. It was so skunked, like just like the fucking
Oh, shit.
It was
Okay.
fucked up, and I tried to force. I mean, I was even doing blow, trying to fuck like, and I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm still. I was like, I can't.
It's
I
trying
can't-
to
I
slog it
I can't
down.
fucking do it, man. So I just poured them all out. I was like, I can't handle this.
Wow.
That's what happened to me with that one. I told you guys a long time ago. Avery Brewing, the Kaiser Imperial.
Really? I love Avery.
They do one. It's the Kaiser. It's like an imperial. It's not an imperial Oktoberfest, but it's like an imperial German beer. And that's that one I told you tasted like bad breath. Like it tasted like a liquid
Yes.
version of like the worst, like when somebody has like a bad tooth infection and it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a really weird like
Yeah, but
ew.
that's so. What my point is, I've never thrown a beer out I didn't like. So
Okay.
even if, except for that one, because there was something wrong with it. You know, it was skunked. It didn't taste good. It smelled bad. Like
Oh
you know,
shit!
Yeah.
So it was just
It was bad. It was
Okay.
bad beer. And then the second time was in San Francisco, and I was at a bar, and this guy served me a beer. It tastes like shit, and I was like, I don't like this. Take it back. I was like, can I get something else? I was like, it tastes like vomit, bro.
Wow, I've never even sent a beer back in my life.
Was it
so-
Newcastle?
No, but it was like
I hate Newcastle.
no, but
That
it
was one of the worst-
But I think it was like a shock top or something.
Oh, really?
And,
okay.
And but the problem, and then I put 2 and 2 together, and I realized they're not cleaning their taps.
Oh yeah,
so
that makes
all
sense.
the
and you
fucked
get
up
that
other
really,
bullshit that's all in their taps and shit
and
is
if they're
all
not
in my
cleaning
beer.
it, that's almost where you get a literal shit taste.
Yeah, and it tasted like
yeah.
vomit. Like
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Yeah, that's definitely bacteria.
yeah.
I've never had that, and I'm proud of that. Like I'm really happy that I've never had that.
Yeah.
I don't know
Oh, well,
what that
that's
meant.
good. Holy
Yeah,
shit!
I mean, yeah. So many like brewery owners and bar owners, they're like, yeah, totally. They were like, that must have been a disgusting place. They're like, if it tasted that, if they served you a beer and it tasted that bad, they're like that means they probably hadn't cleaned them in months.
that's like probably worse
Possibly
than
ever.
any bar
Yeah.
rescue fucking hell's fucking worst
Yeah,
kitchen
no,
fucking show ever.
If you clean your taps, you know that you have to clean your taps. If you don't, then it's probably that they never clean their taps.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's Oh man, I can't even imagine that disgusting. Holy shit.
That's what I'm saying.
So-
It was bad. It was bad.
yeah.
I do it, and straight from the tap, like, and he poured it, gave it to me. and I
That's
was
almost
like,
as fresh as you can get, supposedly.
And then I was like, "This is gross, dude. This is not what I ordered." You're like, "This is
Absolutely.
fresh
disgusting."
shit straight from the tap.
Okay, and
Straight
as,
from the ass.
yeah, as a Cicerone certified person, I know that you should really clean them like every
You're
2
Cicerone
weeks.
certified?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
You didn't know that?
Sexy boy.
Thank you. You should clean your taps as a restaurant or bar or whatever you with taps every 2 weeks.
At least, at the very least, yeah.
Every 2 weeks. There are places that I know will get away with it where it's like it's the same beer. They don't clean it until like a month.
That's the one thing
Or every time they have a beer that's very different,
Yeah.
they'll clean them. But if you don't do it ever,
Well, that makes sense. Though I mean,
Or-
certain beers you go through them a
but
lot.
I'd
and shit
imagine.
like
I'd
that.
imagine there's a lot of bars that open up in these trendy spots that don't know anything about maintenance.
Yeah,
There
they
shouldn't
don't know
be a bar then.
they don't know the mechanics or the engineering part of
course.
it, or
It's
anything
like opening
that,
up-
or even
yeah.
basic. Yeah, if
but
basic,
that's what I'm
if
saying,
you don't
it's
know
just some-
basic sanitary, I'm sorry, for me at least. But maybe it's just because my day job. I make sausage for like 4 hours, and then
Yeah,
I
you do.
spend I spend 4 hours cleaning the equipment that I make sausage on,
Right,
and
right.
it ends up being kind of the same thing with
Right,
brewing.
right.
So for me, when it comes down to cleaning, how could you? How does anybody skip anything? Like,
I don't know, man, but it happens.
how do you skip washing your hands if you serve food, cook food, or if
I've
you're,
never
or
done.
if you're a
either.
nurse?
I've never done either, so therefore I don't wash my hands that much.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
it's like
I don't even have to go to the bathroom. I know how clean my pecker is.
here's your books. It's like, what's that brown spot? It's like toner.
No, but I see what you're saying. But yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, it's surprising. Who really like impressed me, surprises me with their sanitation is fucking Silver Dollar.
Really?
that's good.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, when I used to go frequent that place,
Well, now
back
I'm
very
in my
relieved about
early,
that.
back in my early 20s, they were much smaller and they weren't like dirty per se.
Well, that
but
was
they
actually
were definitely
back
they
then-
were a dive bar
Yeah.
and fucking then some.
That was a different owner.
They're much
Those
bigger
are different
now.
owners.
different.
Oh
owner.
yeah.
Yeah, different
Yeah,
owners.
they
The people-
put some money into that place in the
for sure.
last 10 years for sure.
For sure. And the and the upkeep and the people that are there now, Donna's like, how quirky she is. She really fucking takes care of that place really well.
I haven't been in there since my early 20s, so I
better-
have to go soon.
you better-
Besides, I got to catch one of the fucking
You
comedy
better come to my
shows.
special.
Actually,
you better
yeah.
come to my special event that's November 17th, where I'm selling tickets for $5 at Eventbrite.com.
Okay.
I was gonna say you should probably sell it up before you tell them that you're charging first. Well, what is the event?
It is a special event taping of the 2-year anniversary show.
Nice.
We're gonna have a stage. We're gonna have lighting. We're gonna have a 5-camera shoot, and we'll eventually put it up. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do with the footage yet. I'm gonna edit it. I'm gonna edit basically a 5-comedy special
Wait,
night,
November?
November 17th.
Okay,
I'm
so if
su-
I get on it soon, then I can have your signature beer I'm going to brew for you ready for that
What?
show. I can
Hold the fuck up,
bring-
Ryan. Gonna
wait a
sugar
minute.
beer?
Wait a minute.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
When?
Why does Ryan get a signature beer?
Hey, take it easy. All right, let's move on to movie news.
What happened right now? What the? Jesus.
Bitch, what the fuck?
But anyway, so that's happening. I told you about that, right?
No, yeah. I mean, no, actually, you didn't. But I
Oh.
saw it. I was like,
Oh, I thought I told you about this.
You didn't tell me anything, and then it's like Ryan made you an administrator, and then Ryan invited you to this, and then I'm like, what is this?
I thought it's something that I didn't. Okay, so I'm sorry if I didn't tell you about it, but it was because it was something that was like kind of in the works, and I didn't really want to say anything if it wasn't gonna go through. Because I was like meeting with some people, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna actually do this thing or whatever. And so finally, yeah, we've locked it in. We've locked in a
So
date.
what is the actual thing? What is
So
happening?
it's basically Comedy at the Dollar that I do every first Tuesday of every month.
And are you doing that again because next Tuesday is the first Tuesday of,
Yes.
of
So
October.
next week, which is October 2nd, we're doing this one. That's where I'm going to announce that we're doing this special event taping, which is 5 of my friends and the Comedy at the Dollar All Stars.
Did you pick good ones?
It's me, Alberici, Alfano, Nick Petrillo, and Stephen Briggs. And
So no. I'm busting your balls. Sorry.
So Stephen Briggs is amazing. You know, I'm kind of used to. Me and Tony were already talking about doing a thing where we shoot something together.
Yeah.
We were already talking about that. So I kind of just put it into work, you know. And then Mike, I feel like he doesn't have a good enough tape, and I want to get. And I know he can do well. I know he's a good comic, and I've seen him do really well, but I've seen him eat shit and fucking kick himself over the head for it. And I feel like I feel like if I put him on this show and we can actually capture what he's capable of.
Can you tell him not to smoke weed before?
I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna talk to him. But anyway, so it's gonna be that. I might add one more. It might be a 6 comic thing, but we're each gonna do 10 to 15 minutes. And yeah, I'm just gonna I think of like. You know, the old school like Def Jam or like Latin Kings of Comedy.
That's fucking cool.
You know, that's kind of what I'm
Ryan's going for the white Kings of Comedy. So besides Nick, who else is on there that's not white?
Well, Nick is technically pretty white too, because Nick, even though his last name is Petrillo.
Actually, you know what? If like I remember hearing his voice back on the audit podcast. I'm like, this sounds like the whitest motherfucker. Yeah. He pronounces his words so much.
He's so
articulate. So articulate.
Enunciate.
Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of worked out that way because these were the guys that I'd already thought like that I wanted to get on tape.
Uh-huh.
So it just kind of worked out that way.
Okay, fair enough.
But,
sounds good.
But it's the first of if it does well, if it goes well, then we're gonna do it a lot.
You should do an anniversary show, and that's what you should tape.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, what?
No, I'm saying like this is a good idea, and then I don't know.
This
how
is
often,
the anniversary show.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well,
Oh,
I'm doing. We're still gonna do a Tuesday in November.
Yeah.
This, however, is gonna be
October. Isn't this in
No,
November?
he's still talking about November.
But November is the anniversary. Is the 2-year anniversary.
Oh, got it.
So we're still gonna do it early Tuesday in November,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah.
but in the middle of the month in September is gonna be the 2-year celebration,
Yeah.
which is the shoot.
Which is like when you do a birthday party and it just doesn't land on your birthday. It's fine.
Exactly. So we're selling tickets for $5. I guarantee you these comics are gonna do extremely well. I mean, everyone's been working their asses off. I have a
Guaranteed.
Well, then, yeah, that beer can hopefully be there for like green room drinking or something.
Also, I want one.
Yeah, why not?
Actually,
Also, we may have to keep it a secret from Donna.
You
I don't know.
no, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be on the.
We don't have to
premises.
serve it.
Also,
we don't have to serve it. We could just we could have it there for
get-
ourselves.
okay.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. Is I'm thinking for you.
I will be
your
there.
show, so
I'll be there, and we just keep it in my trunk.
Oh, and it could be.
In the ice chest.
It's not Trunkila. It's Trunk.
It's Trunk-
beer,
Trunk
beer.
Cerveza.
It's days
Trunk
like
Cerveza.
Trunkvesa. Yeah.
Trunkvesa.
Hey,
There you go.
and by the way, I do have a signature beer for you. It's sweet orange Belgian beer that I've been working on. I fell off of a ladder picking oranges for that shit, and no, seriously, I fucked up my left.
Hey, wait a
hand.
minute. So
I fucking fucked up these 2 fingers on my left hand falling off.
What did
a
I
ladder.
what did I say? What it was one of my favorite beers back when you asked me back then.
Well, okay. Okay, see, your signature beer isn't necessarily one that's like your favorite style.
Okay,
it's
that's fine.
actually,
No,
I'm just
'cause
going for the comedy
Ryan's
part.
signature
Of it.
beer.
okay.
It's a
That's okay.
strawberry
I'll drink
low carb beer.
No, actually,
because I like all beer is the answer. That's the answer.
no,
Ryan's
actually,
it's a low carb strawberry beer.
well, I'm not going to have a German shoot you in the head or anything, or shoot myself in the head for it. But no, actually, yours is going to be a rye double IPA. It's going to be
Rye PA.
Ryan.
Oh, a double rye D.
It's actually gonna be called Ryan DIPA. Because double IPA, but the rye, as far as RYE apostrophe N
I love it.
DIPA.
Actually, that's smart.
Because I'm going to be ryeing the double IPA.
Okay.
So-
There we go.
And it'll be a nice big boozy,
When we do
boozy
that-
beer for
when
you.
we do that, we
but
need to-
soft and not too bitter. I'm gonna try and do something that's kind of more of a hop bursted West Coast meets East Coast, but not a hazy IPA.
Love it.
So.
All right, let's get these movies.
Oh,
these
yeah.
stories. Sorry, man. I was like,
Okay, but you guys, seriously, you guys each are getting a beer this
there
year.
we go.
So
I appreciate
fuck
that.
Ricky. He's dead.
He is dead.
actually, no, he's getting a beer too, but it's a posthumous beer.
But
so
it's
his
going-
will be last.
It's going to heaven.
Yeah, rest in peace, Ricky C. But also,
Shut your mouth.
So let me just do my job. All right, sound good? All right, cool. All right, we're going. No, sorry, I'm trying to here.
That's a good one.
Going back onto this. So none of us went to the movies, even though you have your what is it? The AMC A-list stubs. You haven't seen. Right now we got. I'm sorry, did I offend you?
You like kind of said it in a weird like I'm drunk in like a weird contradicting tone, or like not fucking condescending tone.
No, I'm drunk.
You're like now that we have that, what is it? AMC stubs.
And then that, it was that sass at the end there.
Oh, okay. I'm naturally sassy, I guess. 'Cause I'll be honest, you guys. I haven't had any breakfast, and I am drunk as fuck right now.
Just dropped the cheese nip. I just dropped.
You just cheese jap?
Cheese jab.
Is that what they call Japanese farts?
Oh fuck!
You said you just japped the cheese, right?
Yeah. There you
Oh.
go. All right. Let's move forward now. So, number one
Got
is
30
actually
minutes.
the Jack Black film, not Goosebumps, but The House.
Goosebumps.
With clock in its walls. Looked like a cool Goosebumpsy style movie that actually really looked like good acting, better acting than Goosebumps, and get Cate Blanchett. That came in at $26.6 million.
Not bad.
Yeah, and then followed up by A Simple Favor with Anna Kendrick. And I heard that was interesting.
Yeah, what is that about? It's like two hot chicks and something.
So you have Anna Kendrick, and you have, I believe, is it Amber Heard, or is it... She looks just... Okay.
I think it's Amber Heard.
It's not.
No, it's not. It's the other one.
It's not Amber Heard.
Ryan Reynolds' wife. Amber Heard and her
Blake
look
Lively.
Yeah, they look the same.
Blake Lively, yeah.
I kid you not. I've seen photos side by side. I'm like, that's the same person.
The beak is the biggest difference, though.
Is
I
it?
mean, Anna
Kendrick kinda has
she's
a
got
beak.
No. Blake Lively and
compared-
Amber Heard. I'm gonna pull up pictures right now. and you tell me-
You're talking Heard and Lively.
Yes.
Okay,
So,
okay.
And
No
I'm
need
like,
to be PC. Let's say Junos, dude. Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, the Italians have the same kind of fucking nose too,
So the Greek, I guess. Yeah.
and the Polacks have the same kind of nose too. So.
But Junos because we're in Hollywood.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. All
Boom,
right,
boom, boom.
all right. We'll stick with the Hollywood theme.
So this is Blake Lively right here, and this is
Okay.
Amber Heard.
Oh, you're right. You're
They
right.
look the fucking same.
What
Okay,
the
well,
fuck?
okay. Actually, there's
Well,
that
you just
picture
blew
of-
my fucking
there's
mind
that-
right
okay,
now.
but there's that picture of Heard in the pink where she actually looks more like Scarlett Jo than
Oh yeah, no, that's true.
and that chick from
but then straight
what
up
is
from
it?
Amber Heard.
The Romeo and Juliet with the zombies.
What? That's a
Warm
thing?
Bodies. She
Oh.
looks like that chick from Warm Bodies
Yeah,
too.
true. But like that, this person right here, Amber Heard. We have pictures right here. And then look at Blake Lively. I'm
That's
like,
Johnny Depp's
yeah.
ex-wife, right?
it's the same fucking
Yeah,
person.
that is. Yeah,
Yeah.
You told me this is not the same person.
very similar.
One has a birthmark or mold. That's
very
about
do it
it.
again,
similar.
do it
I
again,
think
do it
Blake
again.
Lively might have it a little bit.
Find
of
one
an
where she's making
edge
that pose.
over, and I think it's because
All right, I'm looking.
No, I mean, or vice versa.
I know there's so many pictures.
They do look a lot alike. Yeah,
And then
sure.
ScarJo. Now I'm seeing a lot
the
of
only
ScarJo. because
the
you're
only
saying
thing
it.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
say.
now she looks like Scarlett Johansson right there.
Yeah.
Well, that's her. That's her
exactly.
in the new Aquaman movie.
Oh
That's
wow,
her?
that's what she looks
Yeah.
like.
Oh,
Whoa,
She's gonna be Mira.
wow. Okay,
All right, but yeah. So Amber Heard is.
she looks
Johnny
drunk
Depp's-
in that picture, and he looks
They
looks
probably-
He's
probably in
coked.
every
He's
picture.
coked out.
He
He's
looks
fucked
like
up.
he looks fucked up in every picture.
That is most likely what is already the actual case.
I don't know. I'm
I like doing
honestly
cocaine with you.
I'm gonna say Blake Lively is still slightly better looking as far as, and I think it's only because she's got the mole and
Agreed.
that
Oh.
little flaw is a little like just puts her over
It's
the
not
edge
even
of
a
like,
flaw.
oh,
Like
okay.
I get
It's
it.
not a flaw. Stop calling
well,
it that.
that's what I mean. Is like okay,
Nah,
I guess
I don't
yeah.
like it. I like
You think Heard?
Amber Heard's way hotter.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in Jeremy's camp. I actually think Blake Lively is hotter than Amber Heard.
She's got a butt chin.
Barely.
Barely, yeah.
Barely, and at the same time, it's
Look
not,
at- look
that's
at-
not a
go
bad
back,
thing.
go back.
Which one?
Go back.
Point.
Okay, you know what
That
though?
one?
I'm gonna say this. Blake Lively actually,
She got a
she's-
Superman face.
She's got a lot of Gwyneth Paltrow features to her.
Yeah, and I don't
Alright.
I don't find Gwyneth Paltrow very attractive either.
I don't
That
find
makes
Gwyneth Paltrow specifically good looking, but Blake Lively definitely doesn't look enough like Gwyneth
Amber
Paltrow
Heard
to be
looks
ugly. So.
Amber Heard looks cuter and younger, and I think that's why I like her more.
Okay,
fair.
that makes sense.
It's very fair. I don't know their ages, but it's a possibility that's actually a true thing. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I get confused
But you know what I mean?
so
Like,
often
you
when
know,
I see
you know what I mean? Like
The
Blake Lively.
confusion is-
Like Blake Lively's more like a MILF.
Oh,
And
She does not even look
and
that
like and like
old.
Amber Heard's more like a teen.
Okay, yeah.
As far as, like,
And
porn-
Ryan likes that teen.
I'm talking about like the as far as
the difference
pornog.
between being 30 and 23 or
Right,
something.
right,
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm talking pornog terms here.
Wait,
Okay.
See, that was a disgusting side by side. Elon Musk with Amber Heard. Oh my god! Oh my god! Stop it! Just stop it!
He's a handsome guy.
No, he's not. But when he's sitting next to her, he looks like a troll. Otherwise, I mean, they're both good looking, not together.
Yes, yeah.
He's a fucking weirdo, though.
Every time they're together, Johnny Depp and her, they do not look good together.
No, you know what? Honestly,
because Johnny
I
Depp
think-
is like 70 years old.
I think Elon Musk standing next to her makes Elon Musk look just fine, but yeah, fucking Depp shouldn't stand next to her again. He looks worse.
Yeah.
Bad,
All right.
just bad.
I'm still 100% on the Blake Lively is hotter than.
High five.
Yeah, boom. Hotter than
I just-
Amber Heard thing,
yeah.
but that's fine.
I like Amber Heard because she
That
doesn't
wasn't
have,
very
she doesn't have the
crisp.
old she doesn't have like the it's not like an old person thing, but it just looks like she's gonna age better.
Really? I disagree. I feel like Amber Heard's gonna go the Tara Reid
She might,
route
burn out and shit,
and
like
just start
that.
looking horrible.
Yeah.
Not horrible, but like just really.
Tara Reid looks horrible.
Well, she doesn't look
She
terrible.
looks. She
but
looks like she's
a little
had-
burnt
She's
out.
had a lot
A
of
million times too
she's
many,
had a lot of
drugs.
She's had a lot of plastic surgery
Look,
and
I'll tell you,
drugs.
and you know what? I'll tell you
and,
what too.
And
Honestly,
Amber Heard looks that way.
Those paychecks from all the Sharknado movies have definitely been
Oh, she's
helping her look
fucked
better.
up,
Oh my
yeah.
god! I mean,
Anyway, whatever. Fucking move on. Who the fuck cares? Like we're ever gonna fucking talk to these people.
And then, but she's it is Blake Lively that is in A Simple Favor, and
Oh, we're still on this.
yeah, and that's
it
she's-
still looks good though. It looks
does.
like it's going to be a good movie.
And
I like the premise.
I didn't know this until I looked into it. It's a Paul Feig movie. He came out of hiding since Ghostbusters.
No shit.
Yeah,
I
And
wow.
I hear it's actually not bad.
So he's turtling with this movie then.
Yeah, and I hear it's good. Check it out if you want a good, interesting thing where Blake Lively's like a weird spy that disappears, and Anna Kendrick has to go be weird. And
Somebody recommended a podcast to me, and I went and listened to the latest episode. And the first conversation they started having was about how the latest Ghostbusters was way better than the misogynistic one with Bill Murray, 1 and 2.
Was this a female podcast?
It was a gay guy and a female. And I
And
immediately
misogynistic? What?
and I immediately fucking deleted it. And I was like, this is bullshit.
Okay, wow. There are some fucking wow.
So everyone's entitled to their own opinions. Obviously.
No, they're not.
All right, right. Well,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Everybody is. It just
get
doesn't
it.
mean we have to like
Look,
it.
I understand
Exactly.
it. I understand
I'm
it.
like,
I understand.
I'm on his side with. I'm like, that sounds dumb.
I totally get it from
just
millennial.
claiming that sort of thing is one thing, but like just being like, oh, it's an all male cast is one thing. So it yeah, please. And so they keep going. Yeah, it's one thing, but
I get it
misogynistic. What about that?
How is
I am one of the first people to defend anyone that's actually being attacked in any sort of way.
Sigourney Weaver gave the no throughout both of those freaking movies to Bill Murray's character. And what did he do? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And that was the fucking 80s
Also,
when
she
nobody
was-
said okay. They always said, "Are you sure, baby? Come on.
But that was like that was the thing too. Was like so Sigourney Weaver's whole part is like she's the one that gets possessed, and you know
She's more powerful than any of
men
them.
have to save her. And I was like, that's
not
so
it.
wrong.
That's not how that worked. Did you even pay attention to the story?
Stupid. And besides, they turned Rick Moranis into a fucking dog too.
Into a hero.
So
Yeah.
he was a dog
He was
and a
but he was-
weenie boy.
But then he was a hero in part 2.
Yeah, okay. So, and you know what? She was the farthest thing from a damsel in distress in the second one either.
She was the villain.
She was the one who stood up to Janos and fucking kept telling fucking McNichol's fucking character,
right.
no, fuck off the entire time.
And at the same time, dude, she got possessed by a spirit that had no gender. So really, it was a female antagonist.
And Zool was played by a woman.
Yeah.
So this is the debate we can have with this podcast.
So
So invite him on and tell him we're gonna rip him a new one.
All right, that's it. We gotta get we have to have a seance. We gotta get Zool here so he can speak for
No
themselves.
Humpcast, only Zool.
I think I might get Zool to be able to call in. We'll find out.
Zoolcast.
There you go.
Zoolcast.
Zoolcast.
Are you the key holder?
No, we are Zoolcast.
You know what's funny is because the weak guy was the key master.
What
and
was the
he was the
Zoolcaster?
gatekeeper. So what the
yeah.
fuck?
Sorry, I was doing Zoolcast. Jesus.
It was Zoolcast.
Anyway, all right, sorry. We keep fucking. I gotta.
Yeah.
And I gotta leave in like 20 minutes.
All right, we're gonna do this then.
All right, shutting up.
We are going to Ryan D's stories. Sound
We
good?
are. Oh well, I was gonna piss right now.
We're going to have Ryan D take a piss, and then we're going to Ryan D's stories after I do my stories. All right, and then what is it? Not a simple favor. Get that out of here. Opening this week, night school, which actually looks kind of funny. You have Tiffany Haddish and Kevin Hart. They've been doing a lot of press for this, and I think that they are both extremely funny individuals.
Hadish is hilarious. She's fucking awesome. I dig her so much.
Yeah, same.
She every time she does court TV or whatever it is. Oh my god, I can't. Every single episode or high court or whatever it is. I swear to God, I can't stop fucking laughing. She's so funny.
She's so funny. And then this is obviously going to be a story about a guy that has to get his GED to sort of move forward in the work life, I guess. But his night school teacher is Tiffany Haddish, who is an extremely funny person, and hilarity ensues. So check it out. Trailers look pretty funny. Check it out. Next, we got Smallfoot. It's going to be an animated film featuring the voices of Channing Tatum, James Corden, Zendaya, and Common. Really weird sort of group of people, but it's
Common throws me.
Yeah, right. It's essentially a group of Yetis or abominable snowmen,
Big feets,
if you will.
Well, you know what?
that encounter a Smallfoot, aka a human.
I think I'll be able to tough it out. I can leave at 2:15.
All right, sounds good. And then also we have Hellfest, which actually looks like a pretty cool thing. It takes the idea of an actual serial killer and puts it in a sort of Hollywood Horror Nights environment.
It's completely unoriginal.
I mean, you know.
That's fine. Hopefully it does a good job, though.
That looks like fucking terrible.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I thought it
as
looked
Halloween movies go.
I will say that this is
their
the first.
It looks awful.
Have you seen the movie? Have you seen the movie? Really? All right. I don't know. Ryan and I disagree on that point, but I mean, make it up for your own self. Check out the trailers.
I'm
don't
a complete
like-
wallflower with this one.
I'm not. Well, here's the thing. I'm a fan of good horror movies where it's a paranormal situation in a regular environment. When you're already going to like these horror mansion type things and it's like an attraction, like that's these attraction movies shtick things. I don't like it because it's like it's so cheese.
I feel like I haven't
Yes.
seen. Yes, please. I feel like I haven't seen one that does this though.
That's because you don't watch horror.
No,
there's about 1,000 of them.
Oh, fair enough. For what? Okay, so for whatever reason, this is more mainstream. Why is this one more mainstream?
It's just because it's coming out in 2018 and it's just a recycled idea.
Good point.
Fair enough.
I mean, we haven't seen one in probably about 10 years.
All right, so I need to say this about this beer. Scotch drinkers might really like this.
That's a good point. Smoky.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's
I hate
actually a really good point.
But
Yeah, it's not great.
I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
It's so much smoke. It's way too smoky.
So
and
what happened with this? Because that's
I added too much smoked malt.
Okay, so you add a smoked malt.
Yeah, to get the smokiness, I had originally my idea was originally just agave, smoke, slight peppery and stuff like that, and
You essentially made a mezcal beer that doesn't have the strength of the mezcal, but it's just so much smoke.
Yeah, it's honestly the only thing that fucked up with this beer was I added too much smoked malt. I looked at it and it was going to be like
I was going to say, taste that. That's what that tastes like.
It was going to be like a pound and a half of smoked malts, and then I ended up being like, half a pound
God,
more.
dude.
Fuck it, I'll just throw another
Yes.
half a pound in.
The
It's
michelada.
Yes.
The michelada is so fucking good. Just swig it.
And it's warm.
Yeah, see, Yeah, honestly, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop all of the smoked malts out of this.
try it?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm gonna drop all the smoked malts out of the agave pale ale, and I'm just gonna add some really, really, really nice toasty flavors. I mean, if I have to up the body a little bit, I will. But I'll just add toasty flavors, and then maybe I'll throw a little bit of something peppery in there.
The only agave beer I ever had was that Otra Vez.
And that's one that he actually did get rid of.
Okay, so 3 beers I've thrown away.
No, but
Wait,
you
the
haven't.
Otra Vez? Yeah, that
he didn't throw it
one,
away.
That one was horrible.
He gave it to us.
Oh
and-
my
and
god,
we
It
chugged 'em.
fucking. That's like the worst beer I've ever tasted from Sierra Nevada.
It's the worst beer I've ever had in my life.
Like seriously, I couldn't even hold it in my mouth for
It's so
more
disgusting.
I took one sip of it and I was like, nope. And I mean, I get it. It's a sour. Otra Vez is a sour or some shit like that. No.
Yeah.
I've been able to slog down sours, but not that one.
Yeah,
so
okay.
anyway, no. The next time you guys taste this, you guys won't get any smoke, and but you will get some nice tart flavors. And I do not make this into a wheat beer at all.
Okay, what is that? What do you do?
I'm sorry. I'm
talking
talking
about
about
the agave.
the smoked agave.
Yeah.
I do not make that into a wheat beer because I don't like the haziness of a wheat beer. I don't like the sweetness that wheat beers.
I wasn't
leave,
going to
shit
suggest
like
that. Why?
so.
Why did that? Why was it? Why
No,
did
I'm
it
just
that?
saying. For anybody who might suggest,
will not.
why don't you try wheat or something like that? No, I won't do wheat. I've thought about it and I won't do
Can
it.
I actually try the tahini?
Yeah, go for it. I want to talk about this. So Ryan doesn't give a fuck about Creed 2, but there's
I kind of don't, man. I'm fucking over Rocky, dude. Is that weird?
no, not at all. Like I get it. I actually wasn't into Rocky prior to Creed, but
was
then I
in-
watched Creed.
I was into Rocky 1,
I
2,
saw
and 3.
Creed. I liked it.
Yeah, did you see Creed?
I didn't see Creed
And that's what I think is going on.
because I was tired of Rocky.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine because I was in your camp and then I watched Creed, and that is such a good movie. Like it is a really, really good movie. Check out Creed, the first one, because a brand new trailer dropped for Creed 2, and it looks really good.
Not a good idea. Don't do that.
Don't do it.
Michael B.
No,
Jordan.
we're talking about Tahini, not the movie. Yeah.
Michael B.
Sorry.
Jordan
Yeah.
is
Don't
really
put that
good in Creed, but he's still terrible in Fantastic Four.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
some would say that he was the best part of Fantastic Four.
No. Look, I liked his attitude a little bit, but he reminded. You know what? He wasn't the character. He wasn't Johnny Storm. He was just Michael B. Jordan playing Johnny Storm. Like
Michael B. Jordan
It
is,
was like watching.
I was gonna ask you how you thought about him in Black Panther, but you haven't seen it.
No,
Oh
I
my
haven't.
God, he's so good
But
in Black Panther.
Everything.
But he is Michael B.
everything
Jordan in
that
Black
I
Panther.
understand about Black Panther, as far as Michael B. Jordan kills it as warmonger. Is it warmonger?
Hatemonger.
Hatemonger.
No, Killmonger.
Killmonger.
Oh, Killmonger. Yeah, dude.
Warmonger's the one.
everything-
Warmonger's the one from Iron Man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Ironmonger.
Ironmonger. Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
it was Warmonger.
No, it's War Machine. Ironmonger was the one
See,
played
I
by
get-
Jeff Bridges.
There's too many mongers.
The French.
Oh, I will never get tired of that.
Right? I feel like that was just the
Keep
perfect. It was the perfect one. It sounded
Keep
good.
going.
All right. So, but yeah, so there's a brand new trailer. It looks really good. If you're interested in this franchise whatsoever, check it out.
I get it.
Also, if
Wait,
you're a fan of Rocky, there's a heavy Drago, and like he's in there. But the weirdest thing is that
Drago's in Rocky.
they don't say
Rocky.
anything.
Drago's in Rocky 4.
Yeah.
Right?
But it's what is it like that same kind of versus villain sort of feel that you're
No,
talking
this
about?
is different.
Like,
So this is
you're-
different.
Are you literally
Thi-
meaning like Drago's in it but not in it?
Both. Okay, so here's what it
Wait,
is. So,
okay, I didn't see the trailer, so go ahead.
Michael B.
Yeah.
Jordan is training his hardest. Then you see that he's been challenged by the son, I believe, of
Son of Drago?
Drago.
Oh
Ah.
shit!
Who-
Oh wait, would that be Dracula? Right? Dragula.
And then Rocky's like, don't fucking do it. This kid's been raised in hate.
I will break you.
Yeah, he's been raised in this mindset that it's just horrible. Like,
And then drink your blood.
it's not gonna be good for you. He's like, I'm gonna do it for my father. And then his mom's like, don't fucking pretend like it's about your father. It's about you. And
Well,
then
Apollo Creed is from Rocky 2?
No, he was in Rocky 1, 2,
Rocky
and 3.
and 3.
but he gets
But
But
then
3 is
he-
Mr.
spoiler,
T.
But then he was in
Spoiler.
Mr. But then he was in the fourth one, and he got killed by Drago in the in the beginning. Because remember, he's the one. Mickey dies in the third one.
The third one, yeah.
And he ends up having to
Isn't that when he
train
fights-
Rocky for Clubber to fight against Clubber Lang.
Yeah.
Because the first one was about Rocky just making
That's
the
right.
distance, and then the second one was him beating Apollo. Then the third one was him having to use Apollo because Mickey died, and he had to fight Clubber Lang. And by the way, Mr. T, fucking awesome.
Yeah, he's so
fucking
good at that movie.
Mr. T, fuck. I love you, Mr. T.
That's right. Yeah.
I feel like Mr. T
Rocky
was like
3 might be my favorite one, honestly.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, I always liked the first one, and then Rocky 4 were my favorites. And kind of in the same way that I always liked Die Hard, and then Die Hard with a Vengeance. Like, as cool as Die Hard 2 is, I always liked Die Hard with a Vengeance a little bit better than
Die Hard
Hard
2
2.
takes place where?
Christmas time in a airport.
I don't remember that one.
The first one was in Nakatomi Towers.
Yeah.
The second one was in an airport, and then the third one was in New York, where he was.
I remember
running
Die
around
Hard
and
2
stuff.
being way more actiony, though.
Compared to the third one, I don't know, but maybe just because.
Well, compared to the first one.
Oh yeah, definitely compared to the first one because he's not only in the airport, but
Oh, I'm not
he's
even in
also
here.
running around the airport, and he's dealing with like paramilitary and shit like that.
Garrett is not listening. Why, dude? This is Die Hard talk here.
I'm absolutely listening.
We're talking Christmas.
Talking Christmas movies here,
Oh wait,
bro.
it's way too soon for Christmas.
Exactly.
It's not. It is not. Actually, I'm fucking dude. You know what?
Wait for fucking Halloween.
No.
Yeah.
The more people remind me that Christmas time is coming up, the more I'll be on top of my Christmas shopping.
Oh, you know what? He's got a point though with that because I always. This is the time, right here, and the beginning of October. I always think, okay, I got this present that I'll just buy, and I'll buy it, and then I completely forget, and last minute, that's it. I don't remember what I even had planned to buy.
I'm the king of last minute shopping.
Nice. I'll have you do my last minute shopping. I'll pay you.
Go ahead, Garrett.
I'll pay you
I'm
in
sorry.
beer.
We're derailing your.
No, I'm drunk.
You're the one on the time limit too.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck if we don't get to my shit. I don't care. All we got to say is Bill Cosby went to jail. That's it.
Yeah, these ones we can kind of just run through. So first of all, we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. The script that James Gunn wrote is actually going to be used according
Yes.
Fine. Okay, so we got
According-
news. Okay.
Fucking good.
According to what?
to Sean Gunn,
Oh.
which
His
is
brother?
James Gunn's brother. He said, for whatever reason,
Well, that's kind of an
James
inside
Gunn-
source. though.
Absolutely, James
I
Gunn's
hope
being
so.
silent, but Sean Gunn is saying that they have every intention of using James Gunn's script.
Okay.
So,
What
if
do
they
you-
don't,
what
I
do you
think
care,
that Disney's
Jeremy?
going to be an asshole.
Jeremy hasn't even watched any of them.
Have you seen Guardians of the Galaxy 1 or 2?
Of course I've seen the first one. I know everything about the second one, but I haven't seen it. And of course I know what happens in
The second one is so good.
I
I enjoy the second one more.
You know what? That's what everybody keeps telling me.
Garrett disagrees with me,
Is
but
that-
also,
No, I mean,
Is
but
the
if
second
you
one-
enjoy something, you enjoy
I have
something.
daddy issues, so that's why I enjoy the second one more.
okay.
I don't. So,
Now, okay, here's the only thing with the second one for me that kind of like is definitely separating what I know of the comics from the movies is that obviously his dad in the comics was not some living planet named Ego. It was actually somebody named Jason or whatever from this planet Spartax, and he was the original Star-Lord, and then every son preceding that afterwards.
They kind of
is
tease
Star-Lord
that
or
too.
something.
They kind of tease a character. I don't know what the fuck.
Adam Warlock.
Adam Warlock, yeah, but isn't that tied
Really?
to the same? No,
No, not that I
Oh,
ever
never
knew,
mind
no.
they
no,
tease Adam Warlock in part 2.
Huh. Well, is that just a tie-in for what's going to happen for like Infinity War shit? Because I know that
It's
in
gonna
the
happen.
comics,
It's what's going to happen for Phase 3.
Adam Warlock had a lot to do with what happened during the Infinity Gauntlet storyline in in the comic books.
And he has nothing to
for
do with
the
Infinity
Gauntlet
War
and stuff,
that we
but-
know about, and he might be more prevalent in the next one.
In the
which
part-
I
in
think-
the-
And you're talking movies.
and the next
Yeah.
Avengers.
Oh,
part,
okay.
I would imagine that he has something to do with the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 script.
Who? Okay.
Or
who was
maybe-
Adam Warlock in
maybe-
Guardians then?
Or maybe Miss Marvel.
Oh.
A lot of stuff.
Captain Marvel. I mean,
A lot of stuff that happened. So that was my last story. I'm going to go to Ryan's because of two reasons. One, he has to go. Two, I have to pee really bad. So
You've been doing people.
Oh no! Oh no!
Behold the secrets of nature's deepest mystery.
She is literally like launching eggs out of her pussy. The poo-poo, eat the poo-poo guy. So they just like tie up these dudes and fart in their face. Maybe cut off his dick. This is gonna blow your fucking mind. Are you ready?
Well, Lottie frickin' dog!
good one. That's a good one. All right.
right back.
All right. First of all, can you imagine going to a place called Dunkin'?
I can.
Called Dunkin'? Yeah.
Just,
I mean,
just
if you,
Dunkin'.
If you want
I
to, if you want to
can.
dunk things,
Just Dunkin'.
Do they serve coffee? What are they dunking there?
what is being Dunkin' in there?
So
And what?
the Dunkin' Donuts franchise is dropping donuts
So what are you dunking then?
in the name or in the actual franchise?
in the name.
What are you dunking?
What are you
So
dunking?
the-
We're not talking basketballs
So
here,
look,
right?
here's a little teaser, and it just says "Call us Dunkin'."
I refuse to call them Duncan. That's
I don't
well,
wanna do
unless
that.
unless they were bought out by like say a German company and they want you to just say thank you all the time.
Dunkin'.
Duncan.
Yeah. Okay. So
For
Dunkin'.
Duncan.
Dunkin' Donuts first floated the idea of changing the name to Dunkin' late last year in an attempt to reinvent the 68-year-old company. It's an old company. But fans initially thought nothing of it, as the only storefronts with Dunkin' with the Dunkin' name were two locations in Pasadena, California. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know. Wow, that's weird.
I thought it was Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, this entire time.
Because Pasadena was the first location to get Dunkin' Donuts from Boston.
Yeah, that makes sense because the one of the next locations was in Arcadia, California, as well. There used to be one in Arcadia on Santa Anita Avenue.
Yes, yeah.
Like where the 7-Eleven, where there used to be an Albertsons and a Blockbuster and a fucking Ace Hardware and shit like that, near the
Yeah.
Taco Treat.
There's an Albertsons there still, yeah. There was a Blockbuster. Santa Anita and Live Oak.
Yeah. That would be the closest place there was a Dunkin' Donuts.
There was a Dunkin' Donuts there.
Yeah, or actually, no, it was just east of
It's
Santa.
not there anymore, though,
It was
is it?
just east of Santa Anita. No, it's either not there or it's some shitty ass named donut place.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like within that blockage right there.
Right. We do not plan to make any
Crazy.
decision regarding the. Okay, what does it say? Let's see here. But earlier this year, 30 more Boston locations became just Dunkin'.
Whoa. Boston has 30?
Still, the company said it is nothing to worry about. Dunkin', in parentheses, donuts, told Delish, I guess it's a magazine, they had been testing signage in a few locations across the country that refers to the brand simply as Dunkin'. We do not plan on making any decision regarding the branding until later this year. Still, that's
Yeah.
a terrible idea, right?
I don't get how rebranding it half the name is gonna. I mean, I'm no marketing.
you're Dunkin'
expert, but-
Donuts. Why just Dunkin'? That's
Yeah,
weird.
what the fuck are you saying? You're Dunkin'. Like I said, Dunkin' what?
Right.
It honestly, I
Like
don't see it really making much of a difference. But at the
here's-
same time,
but here's
it's
the-
annoying.
But here's the thing, though, is that they could change it no matter what they could change it to whatever they want. We're gonna know what it is,
yeah,
and then 10 years later, we're gonna forget it was called Dunkin' Donuts.
That's not gonna happen.
and then it's just gonna be
You know
donuts
who
or
remembers? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
maybe you buy some of those Milano cookies. Maybe Pepperidge Farm doesn't tell anybody what they know. Oh, man, that's crazy. I mean, holy shit. I don't want to date myself, so I won't. Actually, no, when I masturbate, that probably is dating. Anywho.
I don't know. Do you take yourself out first?
Well, sometimes. Most of the time, I just, I think I'm just taking advantage of myself. Oh, I need to sue myself in court.
Okay,
well, fair enough. But I mean, do you know what?
So
what,
check
what,
out.
You know what else they could be dunking?
Nuts.
These nuts. Got him.
It's a drop you never put on your.
I didn't think I needed. I didn't think I needed it until today. And
We were talking about.
But now I'm very happy because now everyone knows that when you need to dunk something, all you need to do is dunk.
Here's a fun fact about.
Got him.
Here's a fun fact about architecture. Sometimes
Some
buildings.
Back to architecture sometimes.
Sometimes buildings.
We gotta have highbrow.
Sometimes buildings are supposed to look like other things. India's Lotus Temple looks like titular flower. Titular flower.
Titular flower?
Titular.
What?
Tits and flowers?
I am drunk. The arcs of the Sydney Opera House are supposed to mimic the wings of a bird. The U.S. Capitol building references Greek and Roman architecture, the same way the Founding Fathers modeled their republic on those ancient governments or whatever. But not all buildings are sly references to their things. Some buildings just look like buildings and nothing else. Take China's recently completed... I'm not even going to attempt to say that shit. It looks like a dick. Just look at this. Hold on.
Show me.
Jingzhengpu? Is that
like-
how you say it?
That's racist.
No, I'm asking, is that how you say it?
What? The building?
Yeah, does it have a XIA?
Yeah.
XIA
No,
and
it's
G.
No, it's GUAN.
Let me see it.
GXI.
Give it to me.
Look, it's a big dick building.
It's a big dick building.
It's clearly
Wait, those are balls too. It's dick and balls.
It's clearly a dick and balls building.
Yeah.
The very top of it is
looks like a
blacked
dildo.
out, so it looks like
at
a
it.
dick head. That is a dick and balls.
Who thought that was a good idea?
Okay, there is no way that's not a dick and balls.
It looks like one of those dildos you
Okay, see, but
They even have-
So this is where
It's
it is.
even rounded.
But this is where
It
it
looks
is
like a short.
from
It
that
looks like,
top.
it looks like a grower, not a shower.
But from the side, it's a dick and balls.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Wait, why does it look taller and bigger at night than it does during the day?
Well, this was when they were still building
They
it.
shaved.
Oh,
Actually, so that was when they were.
okay.
So this is what it looks like from the same angle. So it still looks like a dick and balls.
Yeah.
It's loud and proud of dick and balls. Holy shit!
Good for them.
Okay, so let's see the name. So
this one's the best one.
that is the best.
That's like
one.
the clearest
Okay,
angle.
but we got to
of a
see the
dick
name
and
of
ball
it so we
building.
can try and come up with the way to say
it's
it.
Guangxi.
Guangxi.
If you say so.
Guan.
Guangxi.
Guan.
Oh,
Guangxi.
the XI is a she sound or a sh sound. Guangxi. Guangxi.
Okay.
I only keep thinking because the president
Garrett, you're
of
Chinese. What
China
give it to me.
is Zhongpi Jin or something like that. It's a X name, and they always say zhe or something.
Tell us how the nips say it.
It's Wanshi.
Wangxi.
Wangxi.
Do you
Wangxi.
now? Do you say the G like g or a slightly texture? So it's
No,
just,
it's just you
Wangxi.
swallow it.
It's like if
Guangxi.
like very Americanized. Think Wang Shi.
So like Gongxi, or
That's not nothing what I said.
or just
That's not-
Wangxi.
Wangxi.
Just Wangxi.
It's Wangxi.
Wangxi.
Ah, Wangxi.
Because the thing is,
okay.
Wangxi.
Wang, like wrong without the R.
Same thing with a lot of Spanish. It just said so fast and so nonchalant. It's like, yeah, it's the Wangxi building.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, it sounds like a WGY something. Anyway, it looks like a dick and balls.
Yeah, it does.
Where'd it go?
Up your ass.
No, I hope not. That would hurt.
It would hurt a lot, absolutely.
That would be painful.
Okay, and lastly, Bill Cosby sentenced to 3 to 10 years in state prison with no bail.
That's a big difference. 3 and 10 years.
Yeah, that means he'll be out in 6 months.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Bill
He's
Cosby.
old as shit and blind anyway, so.
Well, that's not stopping him from doing stand-up tours and whatnot.
Wait, are you serious? He's doing those?
Yeah, he still tried to go up and do some stand-up recently. Yeah.
Wow. Now I just feel worse for him.
I mean,
what an idiot.
He's still sharp enough to go to jail.
you bet.
But the thing is, dude, this motherfucker still doesn't know that he's done anything wrong.
Go fuck yourself.
What?
Sorry.
Is he still maintaining that amount of innocence?
Look up this clip. Bill Cosby walking out of the courtroom.
Walking out of
courthouse.
Oh shit!
And he there's one where he dances, and there's one where he does the Fat Albert voice.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
The first one? This one?
No. That's
One
a
day
new
ago?
one. Leaves courtroom guilty. No. Okay, look up Bill Cosby walking out. Dancing.
Oh wait, Bill Cosby yells out Fat Albert.
Oh wait, there it is.
Hey, as he departs
There it is.
on
There it
day
is. There it
2
is.
of jury deliberations.
This is recent. Look at.
His Fat Albert sucks.
What
now.
the fuck, dude?
It's actually really bad.
That was the worst Fat Albert I've ever heard. I've heard other people.
So
white
he
people
does
do
the
better
Fat Albert
impressions.
thing when he's going into court about drugging and raping over 60 women.
Wow.
And there's another one where he does a little dance too. There's a weird one. I don't know if you can find that one.
Do you know where it looks?
I have no idea. I mean I couldn't.
Just
think it might
put
be that one.
dance.
2 minutes.
Oh, there it is.
It might be that one. Like he sees all the cameras and he does like a little weird dance. like it's just he's so delirious. He doesn't know what's going on.
That's what I'm wondering. Is he genius pretending like he's senile so he doesn't do any jail time, or is he really that senile now?
I think he's so evil that he has somehow listened to the all the good stuff that he's said all throughout the years, and he's turned himself into this persona that he can't get out of.
Oh shit! I think I know what you mean. Yeah.
Like he's got this kind of dual personality.
When you lie to yourself so often,
so
you
much
believe
that you believe that you're this person.
Shit!
So I think he's at this point right now where he's so old.
His testimony has proven pretty much the same thing, that he might think that way, because he keeps saying, "What's wrong? I don't know what you did wrong. I didn't do nothing wrong. I drugged him. So what?"
Right.
Fuck.
But he's so old and so blind to the idea that this was a terrible thing to do to people and that he's a bad person, since everybody's been telling him he's so good his whole life, that he can't comprehend the idea.
The yes men won out.
Right.
Whoa. You know what? That makes a little bit of sense, especially when you see a lot of these different celebrity the way they talk and the way they act and shit like that. Like everything they say is gold.
He's been in the spotlight as America's fucking, as America's father.
30, 40 years,
and it's he doesn't get it. He doesn't get what kind of shit he's in.
That makes sense. I mean,
is a bug out.
That makes total sense.
All right, well, we can't hear him dancing, but you could definitely...
Oh, there he is. He's doing it.
he just butt dancing. Yeah. But that's his
shit.
That's his shtick too. Like that's something that he would do on stage.
Yeah. He literally would come out
and then
doing that with that little shuffle walk that he did
God,
all
dude.
the way up to the
That's what I'm
thing.
saying. Like he
And
thinks
then
it's a
he
joke.
and then there's sets of him where he would do that same walk and then walk out and go, hey, and then everybody would laugh and shit, and then he'd start doing his shit. Like
it's so crazy. Like it's seriously like it's
that is
watching
crazy.
It's crazy because he's legitimately, I think, lost his mind. Like to a point to where not to where he's not.
It looks like it.
Like he doesn't, not to where he doesn't know what's
That's what
going
I'm
on.
thinking is-
Not to where he doesn't know what's going on, but to a point to where he's in his own little fucking world where he was on top of the world.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm saying is like, is he doing it on purpose, or
No.
do you really think like he's finally to that place where he really believes it now?
I think him being caught in this whole thing.
Damn, that's a good question.
I think that by him being caught up in all this shit has drawn him over to be in such denial that it's flipped his brain switch into being this person that everyone thinks he is.
You gonna try it with Tahine?
No, I'm actually just gonna have some tahine.
No, I agree with you full force. Like just watching him, he looks like he's not there.
He's not.
How old is he?
70 something, 80 something.
I thought he was
don't
like
know.
82
Very
or some shit
fucking
like that.
possible
Yeah.
that he's just like crazy now. And
I mean, he is half blind. He can't fucking see.
Well,
That's the thing,
okay,
yeah.
he claims he's legally blind. Who knows if he actually is?
Well, have you seen his fucking eyeballs? I'm pretty sure he's blind.
No, I actually haven't. I try not to look him in the eye.
But he
when
claims that. It's a very possibility. He
I'm
looks
staring
fine.
at the barrel of having to go into jury duty sometime. Hey, I just got my fucking jury duty thing, and it says I was supposed to. It was because I guess I missed the first one, so they said they would send me a new one, a new jury summons, and it says, and it's still this new jury summons that I just got still says that I was supposed to have registered by what is the 5th month, March.
Fifth month is May.
May, yeah.
Month.
Like
Munch.
they sent
Why did I
me,
say munch?
they sent me a new
Cinco
one
de
that
Mayo.
says, that still says, make sure you register before May.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
I don't know.
I missed the first one.
May
Why
of
are you
next year?
sending me one for? No, it's 2018.
Well, I've literally never had
they
jury
haven't
duty,
up-
and I'm a felon,
they haven't
so I can't do it.
updated it to
I
September.
I got summoned once. I don't know if I should say this.
You should.
Yeah.
Well, I got summoned once, but I wasn't living at that resident anymore.
Okay, so it does count.
So I threw it away and said I don't live here anymore.
Well, yeah, but that's true. You didn't lie. You don't live
And
there
I,
anymore.
and I went like this. Never received it.
True.
But if you don't live in the same place, it doesn't matter. You're not living at that address.
Technically,
so.
I do because it's still on my DMV records.
Do you right now?
No.
No. Then don't worry
Wait,
about it.
what address
Don't worry
do you
about
have on your ID?
Is my grandparents' address.
Is that where they
The
sent
old
it?
wood.
That's
old
where they
address.
sent it, but that was like 6 years ago.
Oh,
But you never changed your address.
I did once.
well,
Is that what?
I don't know if it works like how
What is
voter
the a-
registration works.
What
Like,
is the address that you changed it to?
I changed it to Glendale, and then I changed it back to El Monte.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like currently, you're on file as being
Now, but I haven't gotten one now. I'm saying when the first time it happened,
oh, well, then that,
I had
but
moved.
that was back.
I had
that was
moved-
after you moved.
I had moved, but they still had my other the old address on file.
But
So
that
they
wasn't
sent
your
that-
residence,
But
so.
but that kind of there's. I don't know if there's a requirement for you to change your address if you actually move for. It's after,
Usually they know it though
it's
because
after,
you're
it's after a year that you actually live at that residence that you have to change your address.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't living at that spot for over a year, so they were still receiving my mail, so I never received it.
well.
Okay.
Okay, well, technically, that doesn't sound like it's any legal issue on your end anyway, because
Yeah.
you legitimately changed residences a couple of times,
Like three
so.
times, three or
Also,
four.
Yeah,
that,
exactly.
that sounds
So there
like
you
it was
go.
a long time ago. You're
It
good.
was. It was like,
And it
I
wasn't,
was-
and you
it
weren't
was like
literally
5-6 years
live,
ago.
and you weren't literally living there, and then went, oh, I'm pretending. So there you go.
Well, they tried to give me my mail, and I was like, never got this one.
I was giving you an out.
Right. right.
Ryan D doesn't like that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I never got it.
Okay, well, see, there you go, because they sent it to the wrong address.
Right, because I didn't live there.
Well, there you go.
Sounds good, guys. All right, is that we have one other story? Or is it?
That was it.
All right, cool. We're going to wrap this episode up. I want to thank our guest, Jeremy Northwood, for coming in, bringing us some delicious beers, and telling us a little bit about the homebrewer world. We wish you the best, and we want to see you grow. Let's do that. Sound good?
Thank you.
Where can they find you?
You can follow me on Brew from the Crypt at Instagram, or you can just follow me at Jeremy Northwood on Facebook.
And Ryan D.
can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Ryan P. Demarest.
Cool. And you can follow me at Garrett.
Wait a minute! I didn't get it.
Hurry the fuck up.
You can also follow me. I Hit the Mics. Go to subscribe on Hit the Mics, and you could also come check out my show on November 17th. No, seriously, I'm gonna at November 17th on Eventbrite. I'm gonna have a page on my website. If you go to teamryandy.com, I'm gonna set that up this weekend to where it's a whole page dedicated to that show where you can come. It's gonna be a live taping. It's gonna be a legit, almost Comedy Central-esque TV taping. We don't know what the fuck we're gonna do with it yet. We're gonna try and maybe sell it. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but what we're thinking of doing is, like I said earlier, think of like a Latin Kings of Comedy DVD you would buy from like George,
but with white people,
or Def Jam, but with white people.
Oh, white people.
So this is the White Kings of Comedy. The thing is, we're all very what's the word? Racially ambiguous, except for Mike. Mike's very white.
Whitish Kings of Comedy.
Yeah, gonna have the KKK, the Cool Comedy Club, but with K's.
Kind of clannish comedy club.
That's not funny, guys.
It's not funny. You can follow me at Garrett.
It's only half funny.
You know what's weird? My mic finally picked up at the very end of the fucking thing. I just noticed right now. Like right now.
Right when you have to plug.
Yeah, right now it's the loudest it's been this entire show.
Well, you were loud as fuck earlier.
Okay, I got it. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in. You can follow me at Garrett_AMLee at Twitter and Instagram. And you can follow Humpcast everywhere at Humpcast. I want to thank everyone for listening. And you guys have a great rest of your week. We will see you next time.
Adios.
French